The Blank Company presents... Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane! It's Superman! The Adventures of Superman. Eighth wonder of the modern world. Marvel of physical strength and endurance beyond anything humanity has ever known. Miraculous visitor from another planet. Moving on Earth to aid the weak and helpless. Rescue the suffering. Bring help to brave and devoted men who serve their country. And if you too would be a Superman. And now, Superman. Yesterday we left Superman in desperate straits. Agents of a strange and foreign power are conspiring to blow up the Y-boat, newest of American submarines, which the Navy plans to launch at exactly noon. Gagged and bound, Commander Richards, USN, in charge of construction, has been spirited away to a tidal cave to await death at high water. As we continue our story today, an amazing figure hurtles through space, faster than a bullet, in a series of tremendous bounds. Red cloak streaming out behind, yellow shield on his breast catching the light of the sun, Superman heads toward the submarine base with Commander Richards in his arms.
You're all right. Perfectly safe.
Who are you? Where are you taking me?
Never mind who I am. I'm taking you back to your submarine.
But how? There isn't time.
What time is the launching?
Exactly noon.
It's now 11:45. 15 minutes to go, Commander. Don't look down.
I can't believe what's happening. It's insane. Not possible.
Thousands of miles an hour. That's not 100 miles to go, Commander. Why, it won't take us a minute. Look, I'm slowing down already. Slanting toward the sea.
Hold on. Don't drop me.
Don't worry. If I did, I'd dive after you. Look, Commander. Slowing down. Know what I'm going to do?
What?
Circle around and see what's doing. If you're right, your friend the shark is planting his stuff for the big blowout.
If that's the case, speed up again.
I thought you were afraid.
I am. But I'm more afraid of what'll happen if we don't get to the submarine base by noon.
You're a brave man, Commander, and that's why I'm helping you. Look, up there ahead. Know where you are now?
Hey, it's the base. At the head of the inlet.
Right. The submarine base. 9,000 feet down. Hang on this time, Commander. We're going to dive.
Oh, it's killing me. I can't breathe.
Wait. Turn your face this way. There, how's that?
Better, but...
Tell me something, quick. Is that the Y-boat there at the dock?
I don't see. It's too far off.
It is. There are people waiting. Men coming off the deck.
That means they're ready.
Not much time to go. Did you hear the shark say where he'd be?
Aboard. In the battery room. Till the very last minute. They're going to wire the controls. And when the bottle swings against the bow...
I understand. It fires the atom bomb. And by that time, the shark and his friends will be out of the way. Look, Commander. That boat's in the water.
Only part of it. The rest is on the ways.
Quick. Is there an entrance underwater? Torpedo lock, porthole, anything like that? Quick, man.
Yes, but why...
We've got to get there. Get there unseen and destroy that bomb. And you know how we're going to do it? We're going to swim. We'll be torpedoes ourselves.
You can't. There's an observation window, but it's locked.
How big is it?
3 feet square. At a foot thick. That's no use.
Think not? Just wait, Commander. Wait and watch what happens. What is the window open on?
Stern torpedo room.
Can we close it off? We break in, so will the ocean.
There's the bulkhead. But you can't even reach the submarine. They won't let you pass.
I said we were swimming. Both of us.
Oh, wait. Stop. You'll drown me. They'll smother.
No, you won't. Not with me. Superman's friends don't drown. We're diving down and swimming to that boat underwater, Commander. And here we go. Down. 1,000 feet. 800. 400. 100. Hang on, Commander. We're hitting the sea.
There. That should do it. Almost ready, I think. Good, my Fritz. Excellent. So when these Yankees bring down their champagne, their X-boat or Y-boat or whatever they call it will be no more. What is the time? 5 minutes to 12. In exactly 5 minutes it will be noon, Fritz, when the launching will be made. With champagne and what else? Very good, sir, but what about us? We walk off at the last moment in our dungarees, my Fritz. 2 workmen applying the finishing touches. And how true.
And stay on the dock to see what happens?
No. There will be no dock in Brazil. No dock, no Y-boat, and even very little submarine base. You and I will leave at once by motor, then by plane. Wait. What was that?
I heard nothing.
A scraping sound outside the hull.
The boat moving on the tide against the dock.
Yeah, no doubt. And speaking of the tide, about now our good friend the commander should also be moving to a higher and we trust more ornamental sphere.
He will drown
in this cave. Assuredly will drown, my Fritz. For being too clever and finding out too much. One minute, gone, hurry.
That's it, sir. Apply now the contact.
So, one moment. Touchy things, these atoms. With a force of 1,000 10-inch shells.
Not so hard. If it should explode now.
Be easy, Fritz, be easy. To explode, this bomb needs to be toasted in champagne.
Will it truly work?
Perfectly. When the bottle hits the bow, the firing pin makes contact with the wire. The spark here in the battery room leads to the bomb, and boom.
Another minute gone.
Yes, and so are we. All finished. Out, Fritz, out. 3 minutes to make the dock. Enter our motor and be off. Sharp work.
This way, sir.
Stop. Lock the door as you leave.
What for? No time. All right, look out.
Again, I heard that scraping outside.
Nemo, don't stop for the night.
Right, my Fritz, right as always. Come along. 2 honest workmen in their dungarees. And may the Yankees enjoy their lunch.
Window and getting the door shut. Is it watertight?
Absolute. Water in my windpipes. Be all right directly.
Better be soon, Commander. No time for that now. Which way do we go?
Battery room up forward. Through the corridor. Quick.
Lead on. I'll follow.
What's the time?
2 minutes to 12. Make it fast.
If they lock the door behind them. Look, it's closed.
At the battery room? Where we saw them working?
Yes, that's it. Oh, it's locked. What do we do? Can't get in them.
Think not. Just step out of the way, Commander.
You can't do it, I tell you. It's sheet steel, 2 inches thick.
Wait. One time.
It's giving. It's giving away.
Told you it would. One more will do it. Watch this, Commander.
It's off. You pulled the door off its base.
Get in that room, quick.
Where is it? I don't see anything.
Where are the batteries?
There, in those racks. But which one have they used? I can't make out.
Pull them down on the floor.
No, don't do that. If it's nitroglycerin, you'll touch it off. Look for wires.
The whole room's full of wires. Which ones don't belong?
I don't know. Can't tell without a blueprint.
Time for blueprints now, Commander. Look at the clock.
1 minute to 12. 1 minute to go.
You've got to find the right wire, Commander. The one leading from the bow plate where the bottle will strike. Can't afford to miss it now.
Check what you can. Hurry. Where are you going?
Do what you can. If you don't find the connection in 30 seconds, it'll be too late.
Come back here. Don't run out.
I'm not running out. There's just one more chance. A chance we can stop the shark at the last second. Listen, Commander. Hear that? It's the chime at headquarters. Bell for the hour. Find those wires, Commander. Find them now.
There we are, Miss Nichols. That's what we're waiting for.
I'm so excited. Is that the hour, Admiral?
Almost. The chime goes off a few seconds before the hour. But you'd better get ready.
I'm ready, Admiral. I've been to launchings before, though I must say never to one quite so select as this one. My gracious, what was that?
Well, what, Miss Nichols?
I thought I heard something down there inside the boat.
No chance of that. It's deserted. Those 2 workmen you just saw were the last men off.
I could have sworn I heard a noise, Admiral.
Impossible, really. Now then, Miss Nichols, all ready if you are.
Admiral, look.
What?
The boat, the submarine. It moved. I saw it. It shook.
Never mind that. It's just a wave. Now, here's the champagne. Remember to swing it down hard, high up over your head, then down.
I christen you... What's happened?
What's going on here?
Admiral, the boat! Look, Admiral, look!
On a high road boat overlooking the submarine base, a long gray car screams to a halt. The shark leaps out to gaze down in unbelief and shouts wildly to his companion. And on the dock itself, a scene of sudden shattering confusion. The bottle upraised for christening, fate trembling in the balance. In the submarine, Commander Richards, waiting grimly for the final moment, stares death in the face as the fatal wire remains unfound. And Superman, where is he gone? What has he done? For the next installment of this thrilling new radio serial, tune in again tomorrow, same time, same station. And in the meantime, here's a final word. If you enjoy hearing about Superman, don't forget that you can follow his adventures each month in the pages of that exciting comic book, Action Comics, on sale at your local newsstand. Remember, tomorrow, same time, same station, the makers of Blankarine will again bring you...
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane! It's Superman!
Hello, London. This is New York calling you. This is Bob Trout calling H.D. Kaltenborn in London. New York calling London. Mr. Kaltenborn, if you can hear us, we are ready for you now.
And here we are. We've been waiting for your call, and by one of those peripatetics that occasionally occur in even the best regulated radio, we've been hearing a raucous German voice for the last minute, while you have been waiting for a less raucous one from London. We understand that you know all about the further meeting of the Cabinet that is to take place at noon tomorrow, that you have heard that Mr. Neville Henderson, who has been here attending every Cabinet meeting that has taken place for the last 2 days, is to fly back to Berlin tomorrow with Britain's answer to Adolf Hitler's demands. We have not been told whether Sir Neville Henderson will remain for the further Cabinet meeting, which is to take place at noon tomorrow, but a reasonable guess would be that since he has attended all the previous meetings, and since this further meeting undoubtedly is to give some further consideration to the reply and its implications, one would guess that it is probable that he will remain until after that meeting. The Cabinet here has issued an official communiqué announcing what I have just told you, and then added a phrase to the effect that the publication of the details of Adolf Hitler's demands is, quote, entirely unauthorized and inaccurate. Now, I understand that you in New York have had certain details with reference to those demands, that you have been given to understand that Adolf Hitler's demands, as presented and discussed by the British Cabinet, include 4 separate items. And I should like to consider briefly with you those items. First, the return immediately to Germany of Poland's Polish corridor and of the city of Danzig, and the territory which has been included in the Free State of Danzig under the League of Nations Constitution. That is point number 1. Well, that, I think, is a reasonable point from Herr Hitler's point of view. After all, he has insisted that he must have Danzig, and his first demand was only for a road through the corridor. But those of us who studied that demand realized that, as he put it, really meant cutting the corridor off from Polish control and making it almost inevitable that the corridor should sooner or later fall to Germany, at least in good part. So this is what he asked of Poland several months ago, and, of course, in addition, an outright demand for the cession of the corridor. Now, that, I should say, it is reasonable to assume Adolf Hitler would ask. Then, after making that demand, he proceeds in the second point that has been suggested as included in what he has asked, that he would be willing to participate in an international conference that would discuss disarmament and colonies. Disarmament, in the sense that Germany would be willing to reduce her armaments if other countries would do likewise. To discuss colonies in the sense that Germany would be getting some colonies from somebody who was willing to give them up to her. Then the third point, an international conference which would discuss these points would, in Mr. Hitler's opinion, last a long time. Therefore, his Polish claims, that is the claim for Danzig and for the corridor, those claims would have to be satisfied before this international conference took place. And then finally, the fourth part of his presentation to the British cabinet is supposed to have been an assurance of German-British friendship as being natural and traditional and as responding to the desires of the two peoples. Well, I've talked briefly about the naturalness of demand number one for the corridor in Danzig. Now, secondly, as to the international conference, well, Hitler has never indicated that he has any preference for international conferences or any desire for them, nor has he indicated at any time that he is willing or eager to discuss the method of reducing armaments.
How lovely that you should arrive today. Now the whole family's complete.
Come in, Uncle Clarence, come in. We finished our Christmas dinner, but we can find some for you.
Of course we can, and we'll sit down while you have it, too.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Uncle Clarence. Glad to see you.
Merry Christmas, Uncle Clarence.
Don't brush me off my feet, all of you. As it is, I can hardly move them. Let me put this swag down here.
The what?
My swag. I've carried my swag from Sydney.
I thought you looked a bit strange.
Uncle Clarence, do you mean to say you walked from Sydney?
Oh, my poor tired feet. I'm done in.
But you didn't walk all the way from Sydney, did you, Uncle Clarence?
Uncle Clarence, let me get you something.
Oh, I'm hungry and tired and thirsty. I don't suppose you happen to have any barley water made, Sarah?
No, but it won't take long to make some. Now, you sit down here at the table with that chair up, Annie, and I'll warm up some turkey for you, Uncle Clarence.
It'll do cold. I don't mind.
But what happened to you? Surely you didn't walk from Sydney? I can't believe that.
No, I started out to walk from Sydney, and I got lifts all along the road.
Oh, yeah. You must have felt you wanted exercise, eh?
Exercise my foot. I wanted to get here. I got a lift as far as Liverpool from a truck driver, but he wasn't going any further. Then I walked on a few miles, and I met a bloke driving a lorry with some wool bales. I made signs to him, and he gave me a lift for over 100 miles, and then I had to start walking again.
Dear.
Yeah. I made signs to plenty of motorists, but they took no notice of me. Then I got another lift on a milk van.
Well, there you are. There's some turkey to start off with, Uncle Clarence.
Oh, thanks. That'll do me. I'm famished. Well, how are you all anyway? Oh, you're looking fine, Mabel.
Oh, I'm splendid, Uncle Clarence. But fancy you starting out to walk to Snake Gulley.
Yeah, well, I felt I had to be in Snake Gulley at Christmas time with my own family. Oh, this turkey's good. Melts in your mouth.
Oh, I'm afraid there's not very much left.
Oh, there's more than enough for me here.
Just help yourself.
Who's that baby?
Oh, that's Alf's baby, Uncle Clarence.
Yes, he's mine too, Mabel.
Oh, his name's Wally, and he's gonna be a pilot.
Yeah, good. I'm glad to hear it.
Oh, now you've made him cry, scowling like that.
No, I wasn't scowling. Pass the salt, eh? All right, Uncle Clarence. Here you are.
Now, Wally, don't cry. Uncle Clarence doesn't mean it.
Doesn't mean what? Yeah. If you take my advice, you'll bring the baby up on barley water and make him a big, strong, healthy man. And when are you going to get married today, Mabel?
Sometime next year, Uncle Clarence.
I should have been married long ago.
Well, tell us some more about how you got here, Uncle Clarence.
Yeah, well, I had to walk the last 15 miles. A bloke gave me a lift in a McDonald's 6. Yes, I always told you those cars were no good, Dad.
They're good cars. Mine'll do me.
Well, this one broke its back axle. And the bloke had to walk with me to the nearest town to get a mechanic, and I came on here. Oh, and my feet are letting me know it, too.
But, Uncle Clarence, why did you have to walk?
Well, we're all together at Christmas time. I'm glad to see you all so happy, and I can't tell you how happy I am to be here.
And we love having you. But why didn't you come up in the train?
Very Merry Christmas to you all, and I'll be with you for the New Year, too.
Yes, well, you can stay here as long as you like, but why did you have to start walking here?
Oh, dear, I'm trying to have my Christmas dinner now, not to answer a lot of questions.
Well, some more turkey?
No, thank you. I'm doing very well with this.
Uncle Clarence, have you lost all your money?
Dave, don't ask questions like that.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. If you must know, I have lost my money, every penny, and I'm stone motherless broke.
Oh, Uncle Clarence.
How did it end?
Oh, well, foolish investments, and the agents misled me, and, well, what with one thing and another, I took the knock.
You what?
He means you went broke.
Oh. No, but mind you, I don't owe a penny. I paid every farthing, 20 shillings in the pound, but by the time I'd paid up, I had nothing, no home. And Christmas was coming on, so I decided to pay a visit to my relatives.
Well, why didn't you send us a wire? I'd have sent you your fare.
Of course we'd have sent you your fare.
Yeah, well, I don't think I had the price of a wire.
Oh, Uncle Clarence, what a shame.
Oh, well, I'm a philosopher, a soldier of fortune, and one has to take the good with the bad. Now, what about some Christmas pudding, Sarah?
Annie, will you get Uncle Clarence some Christmas pudding? I want to talk to Dad for a minute. Come into the bedroom, will you, Dad? Will you excuse us, Uncle Clarence?
Oh, certainly, Sarah, certainly. It's good to get a square meal. And mind you, I'm not a man that takes defeat easily. I'll rise again, and I'll make another fortune.
I hope so. We'll be back in a minute. Come on, Dad.
All right.
Oh, Dad, my heart bleeds for Uncle Clarence.
Yes, I'm sorry for him too, Sarah. But don't worry. He's welcome to stay here as long as he likes.
I don't know whether he will stay long, though. You know what he is. He can't settle down, but I felt terrible seeing him sitting there and knowing that he's got nothing and everyone else is so happy, surrounded by all their presents and everything.
Yes. Well, listen, Sarah. You know that pipe which Ted Ramsey gave me?
Yes?
Well, what about giving that to Uncle
Dad.
Clarence? I've got plenty of ideas.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yes. I got about 6 boxes of handkerchiefs this Christmas.
Oh.
I could give him a couple of those.
Oh, Dad, that'll be lovely. We'll make up some little parcels for him, eh?
Yes. And there's that tie which Dave gave me. I couldn't really wear it, you know, Sarah. It's a bit too bright.
Oh, but Dad, Dave gave you that. You'll have to wear it.
Eh? Yes, that's true. It was very good of Dave, but he knows that I like quiet ties. You know, purple and red stripes, it's not right for a man of my age.
Who's there?
It's Dave. Can I come in?
Oh, yes, come in, Dave.
Hey, Mum and Dad, I've been thinking. Uncle Clarence has got no presents. Well, I've got a tin of 50 cigarettes here that Joe Matthews gave me, and here's an ashtray. I could wrap these up and give them to him, see?
Oh, that's lovely, Dave. We're wrapping some presents up now for Uncle Clarence.
I say, Dave, don't you think he'd like this tie?
Oh, I bought that tie for you, Dad, and it'll suit you. You can't get out of wearing it.
Oh, I'm not a flash young bloke like you, wearing all these bright colours.
Oh, don't you like your present?
Yes, Dave, it's a lovely present, and I like it very much.
Oh, well, now, don't argue, you two. Now, come on, wrap up these things for Uncle Clarence.
And after we've given him his presents, I want to take Mabel down to my new house.
Yes, all right, Dave, and we'll follow you down there. We want to show the place to Uncle Clarence.
Oh, good. Oh, well, wait till I wrap up these cigarettes.
We're going to make Uncle Clarence have a very happy Christmas. It's sad about his losing all his money, Dave.
It's pretty crook, all right.
You know, I must say I admire Uncle Clarence. Not many men would have started out to walk to Snake Gully, and he got here, too. And there's no doubt about him, he's got gumption.
Well, come on now. Let's take these presents out to him. Come on.
I bet he'll be tickled to death.
Come on.
Well,
Uncle Clarence, how's the Christmas pudding going?
Good old Sarah. I'm beginning to feel well again now.
Look what we've got for you, Uncle Clarence. Father Christmas hasn't forgotten you.
Presents from all of us.
Well, I don't know what to say. You're too good to me. Oh, now listen, I'm not going to be a burden on you. Oh, but I can't say anything.
Now, don't try to say anything, Uncle Clarence. Just open your present.
Come on, Uncle Clarence. You're one of the family. You know that.
Let's have a look at these presents then. Yeah, a pipe. Oh, that's fine. And some cigarettes and handkerchiefs.
What sort of ties do you like, Uncle Clarence?
Oh, I've got no special preference. But I want to thank you all for these presents. They're bonzer.
I see you haven't finished all your Christmas pudding yet.
Yeah, well, I made a pretty good meal.
Well, come along. You have some more. And, Dave, aren't you going to take Mabel down to your new house?
Oh, yes. Mabel, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready now, Dave.
Yeah, I want to see this new house of Dave's.
Well, we'll go down there afterwards. Let Dave and Mabel go down first.
Now, you just finish up your dinner.
We'll see you a bit later. Come on, Mabel. Now, Mabel, it's our house, and we're going to step across the threshold hand in hand. Oh, do you love me?
Oh, of course I love you, Dave.
Oh, it's been a bonzer Christmas, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been wonderful.
And next Christmas we'll be in our own home. Of course, you know, Mabel, the interior's not finished yet. I've got to get plasterers and everything, but you can get a good idea of what it's like. Now, come on. Let's step across the threshold.
Oh, Dave, this is wonderful.
You see, this is the front parlour. We'll have to discuss the furniture.
Oh, I can see it all furnished now. Oh, you've made a wonderful job of it, Dave.
Oh, Mabel. Now, come here through this door.
Oh, yes.
See? This is the main bedroom.
Oh, Dave, it's a lovely big room.
Yes, and it looks out across the paddock to the creek.
Oh, Dave, it's lovely.
Oh, yes. Well, come on now. We'll go down the passage again, and I'll show you another room.
Dave, you know, this is like a dream coming true.
Yes, it is, and it will come true, all right. Now, this little room is a sort of a spare bedroom. You see, it's not very big, and I haven't put a window in it yet.
Oh, it's dark, isn't it?
Yes, somehow this room was sort of forgotten. It'll be better when I get a window in it.
Yeah.
You see, I thought sometime later, Mabel, we might make this room a nursery.
Oh, Dave.
Well, I just call this room the nursery. Come on now, and I'll show you the kitchen. Oh, I can't get the door open.
Why, what's the matter with it?
Oh, it's jammed.
Well, let me have a try. Oh, Dave, it won't budge.
These doors want planing a bit.
Oh, Dave, pull hard.
Well, I'm trying. Oh, it's no use, Mabel. We'll have to stay shut in this room until someone finds us.
Oh, Dave.
WHBI, Hoyt Brothers Incorporated, Newark, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, we present at this time the regular Sunday afternoon address of Father Charles E. Coughlin from Royal Oak, Michigan. many friends of Father Coughlin are anxious to hear his reaction to the declaration of a war that may become a worldwide war. Today's address will not disappoint you. It's entitled The Good Samaritan, and its purpose is to plead with Americans to play the part of a Good Samaritan. Copies of this address are available for all who care to write to Father Coughlin, who will continue to carry on his campaign to preserve neutrality as long as he will be permitted to do so by the government, and as long as your support will sustain him. Naturally, ladies and gentlemen, Social Justice Magazine will continue to sustain the government and any legislation passed by Congress. And naturally, the forthcoming issues will continue to militate against unchristian wars, for it is our contention that had the plans and policies of the late Pope Benedict XV been incorporated in the Peace Treaty of Versailles, this present conflict would not have eventuated. Bolshevism have been born. Without further announcement, may I present Father Coughlin.
Ladies and gentlemen and friends, it is idle for me to comment on the rapidly changing news. All the incidents of the past few days are insignificant and immaterial when compared with the catastrophic declaration of war. Before attempting to discuss a war which may become worldwide, let us pause to fix firmly the anchor of sound judgment upon the rock of right reason. We are Americans. For the most part, we trace our lineage to pioneers who came to this land, seeking opportunities and security which were denied them abroad. As yet, we are a young nation, from which English, Irish, Scotch, German, French, Italian, Polish, and all other European characteristics and attachments have not entirely disappeared. Naturally, then, we are subject to the sympathies which bind us to the old land. Naturally, we are not immune to the animosity which the ebb and flow of time's tide have created. As Americans, we are politically divided. Some of us are New Dealers, some are Democrats, some are Republicans, or Socialists, or Communists. As Americans, we are religiously divided. Some of us are Protestants, some are Catholics, some are Jews. And a great number of our fellow citizens profess no religious affiliation. As Americans, we are racially divided. Some of us are Jews, and the major part of our population is Gentile. Nevertheless, we are all Americans. Of this fact, we must become doubly conscious in this perilous hour. As difficult as it may be, it is necessary for us to subdue all feelings which we may entertain as a result of our ancestry and cultivate the spirit of American solidarity, a spirit which is wide enough to embrace every citizen of this country on an equal basis, independent of his origin. And as Americans, it is imperative at this moment to minimize our political differences and to emphasize our common trust in God. Let us recognize that all of us share in the heritage established more than a century and a half ago. A heritage born in the cradle of a revolution, which, viewed from a positive angle, attempted to and did establish a new nation with new ideals and a new philosophy of government. These ideals we must safeguard. Although we are prone to suffer from division, as I just pointed out, although therefore, consciously or unconsciously, we are concerned with the victory or defeat of the unfortunate European nations now engaged or about to be engaged in the forthcoming conflict, it is also imperative that as Americans of English, French, Polish, or any other descent, we must not entertain unkind, unjust thoughts, or practice unkind or unbecoming deeds against our fellow Americans whose ancestors originated in Germany or Italy or elsewhere. Together we must stand, appreciating and safeguarding our Americanism to such an extent that we will oppose every effort on the part of some misguided fellow citizens who attempt to create a national hatred within our shores. Indeed, it is impossible for us to be disinterested in the war and in the afflictions about to be experienced by the unhappy nationals living abroad, while our interests toward them should be those of good Samaritans. Nevertheless, it appears sound to me that we should take every precaution lest in acting as good Samaritans we become waylaid by the thieves of tyranny and destruction and be cast into the ditch of hatred, hatred of God and hatred of man. Therefore, love all men. Recognize that millions of foreign nationals have not had an opportunity to vote for or against war. Recognize that as a result of force and successful propaganda, they have been regimented into the trenches. Recognize that they have been victimized. Therefore, let us help all Europeans to terminate the war. And let us not be so foolish as to participate in it or to contribute towards its endurance. No foreign entanglements should be our policy. No participation in the dreadful war should be our objective. It is obvious that all nations and groups of nations will lose as a result of this war. All will suffer bankruptcy in finance and decay in war. Eventually, the combatants will convene to sign a second Treaty of Versailles, which, like every other European treaty that was independent of Christ, will be a mockery. Eventually, they will return to their capitals to mobilize the citizens who escaped death for the rebuilding of highways, of homes, of public institutions, yes, and of more armament to safeguard an ephemeral peace. If the last World War, instead of saving democracy, was the forerunner of Russian and German dictatorship, this World War, if it comes to pass, may mark the passing not only of political freedom in Europe, but possibly the restriction of religious freedom. Why, therefore, should we Americans choose to walk upon the highway which leads from Jerusalem to Jericho to be beaten and robbed? Is it not better for us to play the role of the Good Samaritan and be prepared to bind up the wounds of the victims of Antichrist, to help Europeans restore the political and religious liberties which for years have been assailed and which probably will be assailed again? I not only plead with you, my friends, to avoid all animosities at home, animosities which might originate between German and French, Polish and Italian, Irish and English. I not only plead with you to avoid all foreign entanglements, which cannot at the present moment accomplish any definite good. I not only plead that in your conversations you will not be responsible for stirring up any ill feeling against any citizens of our country, but I plead with you to make a distinction between the foreign peoples and their governments. Entertain no unchristian thoughts towards the French people. Utter no reproach against the Polish people, the Russian people, the German people. Think kindly of the English people and the Italian people. Oh, have we not long since learned that all people are good people? Have we not long since known that the poor people of every nation are God's people who have been flogged in a pilot dungeon by the scourge of war, who have been crowned with the same thorns of poverty which many of you Americans wear upon your brow, and who have been crucified between the two themes of hate and greed. Be reasonable, therefore, in distinguishing peoples from their government, particularly God's people from certain godless governments. My friends, do not become thoughtless victims of emotion. Do not become pawns of invisible forces which for their own subversive ends will attempt to persuade you to join in a hymn of hate. Love your neighbor, whoever he is, and wherever he is, and let not the artificial barriers of nation or the accidents of race place limitations upon the charity which we must entertain for all of God's children. If it were so that our entrance as a military force into the world conflict would accomplish something noble, something worthwhile, I should be among the first to persuade you to take up arms. But should we enter now on the side of Poland and England and France, we would become party to sustaining the immorality of the peace treaty of Versailles and parties in an effort to perpetuate the immoralities of international finance. If we should enter the forthcoming conflict on the side of Germany and her allies, we would share the responsibility of prolonging the rebellion against God and against man. But who knows what the future holds for us? Possibly that future may determine that we contribute our all in battling for Christ against Antichrist. Meanwhile, however, when truth and justice are in the process of being clarified, let it be remembered that our American government definitely refused to ratify the peace treaty of Versailles because its signatories rejected not only the 14 points proposed by President Wilson, but repudiated the sound principles of Americanism. Let it be remembered that we may not enter this conflict on the side of Germany, lest we be guilty of cooperating with both brown and red Bolsheviks. Let it be remembered that the physical, the financial, and the moral losses we sustained from the World War may be forerunners of what we may anticipate following the next war, unless it becomes a war not for commercial gain, but for the preservation of Christ's principles and for liberty. But in this war, as it now exists, a war that is traced back to 1,000 injustices originating among all the contestants, we must not enter until it becomes clear as the noonday sun that one side or the other repents of the causes which threaten to weaken civilization, leaving it an easy target for the victorious assault of Antichrist. Oh, I am aware, and so are you, that at this moment Paris and London are being evacuated. Visualize the highways leading from London, filled with buses which carry the precious cargo of little children and expectant mothers. Waterloo Station is crammed with schoolboys and schoolgirls who are being funneled into day coaches. And their destination is rural England, where thousands of these innocents will live sheltered in tents, where they will be fed at a common commissary, where they will be subjected to disease, and where they will be initiated in the rudiments of totalitarianism as they become innocent wards of the state. Yes, that is modern war. In former wars, husbands and older sons marched to the trenches. In former wars, which were more or less confined to one area and between two nations, the entire world was not vitally affected. But in modern times, children and mothers and wives and the aged and infirm are among the first casualties. Oh, our task is to hold fast to peace. Our task is to hold fast to the American attitude towards the peace treaty of Versailles. Our task is to hold fast to our constant attitude towards red and brown Bolshevism, which was catapulted upon us as a result of that unjust peace treaty. Oh, have the world in 1917 listened to Pope Benedict XV before the signing of that immoral peace treaty of Versailles? This war, in this year, would not have resulted. Our task, therefore, is to retain American neutrality. Mothers and fathers of America, what would be your reaction were your little boys and girls ordered to some concentration camp? What would be your thoughts as you lay your heads upon a sleepless pillow and listen to the drone of bombers above? Bombers freighted with sudden death. Or perhaps these nightmarish thoughts may be less disturbing than the thoughts of having your darlings exposed to the cruelties of camp life, to the methodic officialdom of strangers, and to the indifference in matters of religion, which will be obligatory in the name of tolerance. Bombers spare neither children nor mothers, neither the aged nor the infirm, and lethal gas recognizes no law of love, but obeys the winds and currents, even though the rows of white tents in their paths house millions of babies and mothers. And the concentration of thousands of children are likewise subject to the lethal gas of religious indifference. Yes, Germany, Poland, England, and France are at war, but the majority of Englishmen and Frenchmen, of men and women of every European nationality, do not want war any more than we want war. They want the peace and contentment of their homes. They want their children sheltered under their own roof. They want prosperity. They want to till their overtaxed farms, to work in their idle factories, to produce food and clothing and the conveniences of life. They want the benedictions of Christianity and not the maledictions of paganism. And they want something of America. They want America to heed their inarticulate cries rather than the pronouncements of the power politicians who are obviously interested in protecting either the half of gold and the ghastly gains of imperial profiteers, or else in establishing the kingdom of Satan. Could we penetrate the veil of secrecy which enshrouds Germany and Russia? Could we hearken to the stifled cries which escape from the lips of Bavarian, Bohemian, Prussian, Czechoslovakian, Ukrainian, Georgian, and the inhabitants of Black Siberia? Our ears would become attuned to a supplication which, in the words of Job, would say, "Have pity on me, at least you, my friends, for the hand of the Lord has touched me. Have pity on me, lest I, a serf in godless Moscow, must abandon hope for freedom. Lest I, an automaton in militarized Berlin, must remain forever a spinning cog in the speeding wheel of a state god." And the Englishmen and Frenchmen would say, "Have pity on me, as I work only to eke out a miserable existence in the shipyards on the Tyne, in the coal fields of Wales, on the waterfront of Liverpool and Marseille, or in the slums of London and Paris. I, who have suffered and sorrowed, dreaming of a happier day, have pity on me, lest I too be used as cannon fodder to sustain the injustices of the past, and finally condemned to wear a red or brown shirt until liberated by death. Oh, America, cry all Europeans. Oh, America, in this hour of need, stand firm against the machinations of the warmongers. Speak to them not one word of encouragement. Remind them that we, the poor people of Europe, never once prospered as a result of their commercialized bloodshed. Now that the skies are filled with lethal engines of destruction, now that our fathers and sons are preparing to lay down their lives in, now that the future is darkened with black clouds, speak out bravely, America. Speak out bravely in criticism of our unchristian leaders and their unchristian policy. We dare not, but you dare recall the broken promises of the London Peace Treaty, of the disarmament pact, of the litany of broken agreements to which our leaders were parties in the past. All do these things for us, fellow Americans, and the foul politicians who dominate us and whose puppet propagandize you with their version of the story. They will never venture upon a world war. That, my friends, is what I think that the common people of England and Europe are speaking to us. That is the message that the common people of Europe are sending to us on the invisible airways of God's love. Meanwhile, I know the reaction which the crisis abroad is creating in our own stock market. The prices of all commodities have risen. Steel and industries are soaring to new highs for this year. Soon the factory chimneys will belch for black smoke. Soon the problem of unemployment will be solved in America. Soon our harbors will be choked with raw material ready for export. Soon the old economic mechanism which concentrates wealth in the hands of a few will be oiled with the private credit of those who dictate to government. And soon, if our American power politicians have their way, my fellow citizens, you will return from work to your mortgaged home some evening, conscious that during your working hours you have helped to build cannon and howitzer and shrapnel, which will deal out death and destruction to another 10 million innocent victims whose masters refuse to attend to the words of Christ and his vicar, peace on earth to men of good will. And then when the last shot will have been fired, then when the last horse will have been buried, then you and I, fellow Americans, will recreate ourselves at some motion picture theater to view the ruins of what once was London, Paris, Berlin, and Warsaw. Then we will attune our ears to some radio program which will announce to us the overthrow of Hitler, the Bolshevization of France, and possibly the socialization of England, and the ascendancy of godless Russia. A new treaty will be signed, and a new pact hypocritically will be avowed. Survivors of the conflict already returned to the desolated country. Yes, 10 million or more of them will seek employment where there is no employment. New governments will set about to find means to repay the bondholders who were careful during the days of Armageddon to hide themselves and feed themselves in safety. And because there is no employment for the 10 million veterans, because the wealth of every land has been dissipated, because there is no private wealth left to tax the new government, because factories have been closed, because commerce has been stopped, then the government, under some such specious name as the Army of Reconstruction, will arrange for the regimentation of the workers of Europe, as Stalin regimented them, as Hitler regimented them, as every dictator necessarily regiments them, to work and slave upon the Reconstruction project at less than living wages. Not for the benefit of government, not for the benefit of the melancholy population, Oh, but for the benefit of those and only those who in the past as in the future profiteer upon the merchandise of flesh and blood, and the world, yes, the world will celebrate the signing of such a peaceful deal.
What does the future hold for us in America if we engage in this blood business abroad? Need I rehearse for you the story of the last war's aftermath? Need I recall for you how the false prosperity predicated upon destruction began to vanish like mist in the noonday sun following 1920? Have you forgotten what happened not only to the Kellogg Peace Pact, to the Dawes Plan for European Reconstruction? Are you inexperienced in the tragedy of unemployment resulting from the closing of our munition factories? Are you blind to the growth of the radicalism which followed? And are you unmindful of the confiscation of farms and homes and unbearable taxation which you suffered? Oh, wars never produce prosperity. Wars always, with few exceptions, were the cradles of destruction and radicalism. Indeed, it is chiefly the men of the laboring class and the agricultural class who fight the wars, who die in the wars, and who pay for the wars. Oh, but it becomes more evident year by year that no class, the professional class, the financial class, and the industrial class, can escape the inevitable toll. Is it not evident, Mr. Industrialist and Financialist, that when the laboring and agricultural classes are overtaxed and unemployed, that you manufacturers dare not produce? Is it not evident when economic stagnation eventuates that the bankers have no one to whom they can lend money save the government? Does not our experience teach us that when governments borrow billions upon billions of dollars of privately created money, that there arises the necessity of pyramiding more taxes upon the backs of the unemployed and the poor? And from it all does there not arise class hatred led by rabid radicals? Class hatred that during the past several years threatened the foundations of this republic. Oh, yes, Mr. Industrialist and Financialist, following the next World War, and this is certain if America enters it, following the next World War, should we enter into it and thereby invite all the repercussions which follow from it, is it outside the realm of possibility that this same class hatred and these same excesses will destroy both rich and poor alike? Well, then, may we encourage the League Against War. But encouraging it, let us be positive to encourage a league for war's antidote. And that league is the League for Christianity. It is the League for Peace. It is the League for Brotherly Love. It is the League to sustain the principles of Calvary's victim. It is the only league whose foundations can be erected and upon which can be built the structure of lasting prosperity. Appropriate is the following excerpt from the Gospel of Christ, which I submit for your consideration. It is taken from the Gospel of Christ according to St. Matthew, chapter the 6th, and reads as follows. At that time Jesus said to his disciples, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will sustain the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. Therefore I say to you, be not solicitous for your life, what you shall eat, nor for your body, what you shall put on. Is not the life more than the meat, and the body more than the raiment? Behold the birds of the air, for they neither sow, nor do they reap, nor gather into barns, and your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are not you of much more value than they? And which of you, by taking thought, can add to his stature 1 cubit? And for raiment, why are you solicitous? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They labor not, neither do they spin. But I say to you that not even Solomon in all his glory was arrayed as one of these. Now if God so clothed the grass of the field, which is today and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more you, O ye of little faith. Be not solicitous, therefore, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewith shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the heathens. For your Father knoweth that you have need of all these things. Seek ye therefore first the kingdom of God and his justice, and all these things shall be added unto you. Thus spoke Jesus Christ. In this day of turmoil, on this occasion when millions of men are being mobilized, when cities are being emptied of their women and children, in this day when we Americans are nursing prejudices against the Germans, or the Russians, or the Italians, or the Polish, or the French, or the English, in this day when stock markets are rising at home, and when thoughtless men secretly entertain hopes for profit in the market, and for employment in munition factories as a result of war, and in this day when certain political leaders desire war, leaders who are unable through their policies to solve the question of peacetime idleness, it is most pertinent to analyze the content of the gospel excerpt which I read for you. No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will sustain the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and man. to understand the real emphasis which Christ placed upon these words, it is necessary to recall that he said, "He who is not with me is against me." It is necessary to appreciate that the Prince of Peace permits no compromise. For most certainly, if we are not with him, we cannot be neutral. We are against him. If we do not sustain the Prince of Peace completely, then consciously or unconsciously we become servants of Mammon, minions of Mars, and little Sir Echoes of the warmongers themselves, of Hitler and of Stalin, even though we berate them and parade against them, even though we protest against them. Oh, yes, we are solicitous for our life. We who dread suffering, we who blanch at the mere thought of war with its broken body. Yet, why should we be solicitous for bread, for a home, for the necessities of life any more than the birds of the air appear to be solicitous for the nest they build, the limpid streams from which they drink, or the fields from which they garner their food? Why are not they solicitous? Because, my friends, they obey the law that God has ordained for them. Because they are faithful to the instincts which God has implanted within them, and because they are content to dwell within their own element. Alas, man is always solicitous when his next crust of bread will come. Always he's perturbed over the security of his home. Always he's the pawn of the warmongers. And why? Yes, because he is not faithful to the law of Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace. Because governments have removed the master and his councils from their parliaments and executive chambers. Because industrialists and financialists have excluded him from the temple. And finally, because man, the creature, and the personal property of Jesus Christ, has endeavored to live in an element outside the element and confines of Christianity. He who is not with me is against me. Is there no hope for poor humanity? Certainly there is, my friend. And it is found only in the peace of Jesus Christ. Were we and our governments faithful to him who redeemed us, to him who established for us a sound social system, there would be no need for our being solicitous for our life, for the things we eat, for the things we wear. No need to be solicitous over peace or war. For if Christianity were operative and practiced by the nations of the world, automatically it would produce such prosperity and guarantee such peace that the materialities for which we exhibit so much concern would become as commonplace as the air we breathe and the sunshine we enjoy. No wonder Christ instructed us that only heathens struggle and fight and die like rats in a trench for the necessities of this life, which are always within their grasp, but never within their possession. And the explanation is that the heathens are victimized by an unsound, impractical social order, foreign to the social order instituted by Jesus Christ. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his justice, and all these things shall be added unto you. Bread, peace, prosperity. My friends, in this critical hour, I plead with you not to shirk your duty. Be valiant for the cause of social justice. And by social justice, I mean nothing more or less than Christ's social order. A social order promulgated by one who proved his divinity, by one who departed from our midst after having prayed that we be one. In conclusion, may I quote from the congressional record the stirring words of Mr. Schaefer, who said, "From millions of lips in America, the word war falls. In thousands of newspaper columns, the word war appears. Over the airwaves, night and day, the word war vibrates. Of what do we speak when we utter the word war? Blaring bands, martial airs, gaudy uniforms, ringing cheers, the rhythm of marching feet, the glint of sunlight and shining bayonets and polished guns, the skies darkened by flocks of airplanes, the air drumming and vibrant with the drone of motors, panoply, parade. Oh, but back of all that, what? The unutterable ache, the unplumbed agony of human hearts and human souls, as fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, wives, sweethearts, and children bid farewell to their loved ones as they go marching away, perhaps never to return. Long months, aye, years, of that hopeless agony of waiting for some word as to whether those loved ones still live. In the fields of Europe, the mud and water, the vermin, the stench of the trench. Men, unkempt, unshaven, cold men, literally drunk from the loss of sleep. Hopeless, horror-ridden men, men waiting in the darkness before the dawn of the 0 hour to go over the top. And sleek, audacious rats, trench rats, fattened on the flesh of the fallen, scurrying along the trenchways, brushing the feet of men whom they will soon devour. The greenish light of the rockets, the hellish thunder and roll of cannon, the rattle of machine guns. Across a sea of mud turned into muck by the feet of fighting men, mixed with the mangled bits of flesh of those who were the beloved of American fathers and mothers and brothers and sisters. Men whose bodies are blasted into mincemeat to be churned up in the blood of no man's land. And out yonder as the gay dawn brings the hour for a new struggle, torn bodies hanging limp and grotesque, bloody and mangled on the barbed wire entrenchments, the bodies of American sons. And over all that awful mist of the early morning rising from that carnal earth, a stench, a miasma of death comes in the nostrils of the living. That, my friends, is what we talk about when we pronounce that awful word war. When we listen to the propaganda of keeping the world safe for democracy. Yes, for international capitalism, for Bolshevism, for Nazism, and for those only who profiteer upon death. But more horrible than all these physical and social sufferings, war means the end of liberty and possible end of Christian morality in many nations. More than 20 years ago, we Americans participated in a war to end war. No 20 years in all history has seen more wars than those which have elapsed since the signing of the Versailles Peace Treaty. Clemenceau, one of the chief signatories of that iniquitous document, cynically sneered that his pet treaty would breed 11 wars. And time has proven that his observation was correct. Ladies and gentlemen, there is only one war in which we must engage. Some of you will call it the war to end unemployment, to reestablish prosperity and peace. Some of you will call it a war to preserve Americanism in its pristine purity. But for the more analytical ones amongst you, it will be called a war for Christ and Christ's principles. That's the only war by which all wars can be ended. That's the only war that will multiply private property. That's the only war which will rid the face of the earth of protected racketeers, of warmongers, of haters of mankind, and the followers of Antichrist. That's the only war which begins by regimenting our personal resources to fight the battle against immorality within our own souls. That's the only war whose captain is Christ, whose sword is justice, whose helmet is the gospel of salvation, and whose defense weapon is the policy of love. And those are the only weapons which the good Samaritan dare export to Europe. Christ's weapons for the reconstruction of the world. Paradoxically, this day of war is the eve of Labor Day. Many Americans celebrate this national holiday with a degree of cynicism. For there is little profitable labor left for American men. Many others celebrate it with glee because they have won recognition for their labor use. That's a good and just reason. Many others, unfortunately, not gifted with the analysis of history, not understanding the gospel of Jesus Christ, but filled with the knowledge of Russian Stalinism, filled with the esprit of German Hitlerism, these are looking forward to the establishment of some kind of proletarian form of government throughout the world and in this nation. Gentlemen of the laboring class, I beg of you to learn that without Christ, nothing lasting is accomplished. You know history. What of the former wars won for you? Only the privilege of dying in the trenches. Only the privilege of returning jobless to your homes. Only the privilege of bearing the bonds of death. Only the privilege of becoming radicalized in this land of liberty. Yes, without Christ, nothing good is accomplished by any man. After all, men are men. Men remain men when they rise to power, be it the power of the politician or the power of the labor leader. Men without God and without his Son's social order burning in their hearts will go the way of all men, and their most sincere hopes will meet the fate of the hopes which originally burned within the heart of the Russian revolutionists or the German National Socialists. Oh, if Labor Day, which paradoxically is the birthday of another war, and perhaps the death day of European civilization, if this Labor Day means anything to you, I appeal to you to make it a Labor Day that's in harmony with the mind of the carpenter of Nazareth. For without him, said he, we can do nothing. And with him, yes, we can live and enjoy the bountiful goodness which he has scattered over the face of America. Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. And anyone who is not with Christ and of Christ and in Christ, his opponent, his antichrist, that other one, yes, he is the way, and the lie, and the death. Therefore I ask you, fellow citizens, wherever you may be, in your home, in your clubs, or even in your public gatherings, I ask you at this moment to stand with me and with bowed, reverent heads recite the Lord's Prayer to the end that peace will descend upon Europe, that America will retain her neutrality, and that we will export abroad the arms of Christ's principles. I ask that you will pray that these known and unknown warmongers will be finally vanquished, and that Christ's kingdom, together with the flag of his empire, his cross, will descend upon this troubled earth. My friends, please stand up with me. Yes, stand. And let our prayers be heard around the world. I shall recite the first part. Join with me throughout America in the last part. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. God bless you, fellow Americans. If you write to me this week, I shall be glad to mail you a copy of the address I've just given.
And now, in the remaining moments of our broadcast, the Little Flower Choristers sing for us, O Sacred Heart, O Love Divine.
Oh!
ladies and gentlemen, as late as last April, Father Coughlin predicted that Red Russia and Brown Germany would amalgamate their forces. This has been accomplished, but as yet, the thoroughgoing opposition which should be established against this joint menace is insufficient. Numbers mean nothing. All the nations in the world on the opposing side amount to nothing. What counts and what alone counts is Christianity. Without Christianity, as the peace treaty of Versailles proved, no victory can be achieved, and no lasting peace can be achieved. A peace treaty without Christ's spirit breeds another war more terrible than the one which preceded the treaty. Let us therefore try to eradicate the causes of the last war, the immoralities of the peace treaty of Versailles, and the incorporation of the principles of Christianity in all the nations of the world. That was the program of Benedict XV in 1917. That must be our program today. Write today to Father Coughlin and ask him to send you a copy of the address to which you listened, and to arrange that you will receive a regular copy of Social Justice. Until next Sunday afternoon at this same time, when once again Father Coughlin will be with you, this is your announcer, Franklin Mitchell, bidding you good day.
We have presented the regular Sunday afternoon address of Father Charles E. Coughlin from Royal Oak, Michigan. Statements made and views expressed on this program are made on the sole responsibility of the sponsor and do not reflect the views of this station, its management, or its personnel. Father Coughlin's address came to you as a presentation on your dial at 1250 kilocycles. WHBI, Hoyt Brothers Incorporated.
But Man Mountain Dean is shopping down here, and we're doing everything to please him. Now he insists on wheeling a baby carriage up and down Hollywood Boulevard. What are you so mad about? So mad about? I'm in it.
I was just thinking, while I'm working, they ought to get some stuff for my girlfriend. That girlfriend of yours, Jim, boy, she's fat. She sure is, Bob. I never realized till last night when we were spending for the property. They ought to pinch his pocket. She was well,
by Rio Grande.
Los Angeles Police calling all cars. Attention all cars. Broadcast 269 regarding a holdup. Be on the lookout for a man described as dark complexion, medium height, has black eyes. This man is wearing a ring with a blue stone. He may try to pawn the ring. That's all. Rose.
Rio Grande is justly proud of its great motor oil, Riolube, and tens of thousands of you motorists throughout the West tell us that this pride is just and well earned. Yes, we are so proud of Riolube that we don't want anything to happen to it on its way from the refinery to your crankcase. We insist that no dust or dirt finds its way into the pure 100% paraffin-based liquid. Riolube is so expertly refined that engine heat cannot break down its great film strength. It's so flexible that it flows smoothly and rapidly through every moving part of your motor, even in freezing weather. It must treat your crankcase with all the strength and purity we put into it, and without even the most remote possibility of dilution or substitution. For that reason, Riolube is sealed in airtight, dust-proof, tamper-proof cans, and Rio Grande signs its name on each container. Thus, you're not guessing. You know what you're getting. The finest quality motor oil sold in the West. And if it's time you have the oil changed, get Riolube tomorrow when you stop in for that tankful of Rio Grande Crack, the most highly recommended gasoline sold in the West, the gasoline of real police car performance. The story we'll hear tonight has been taken from the confidential files of the District Attorney of Los Angeles County. We have therefore asked Assistant Chief Deputy District Attorney Edwin Myers to prepare a foreword to our program. Mr. Myers.
Although the crime we are to dramatize tonight was not recently solved, it nevertheless proves the truth of the statement. Crime does not pay. We have heard many comments from listeners to this program asking why we always deal with stories that are more or less turned into court. Therefore, we decided to dig into our records to see what we could find that would prove our point. Crime does not pay. We came across the story we are giving tonight. I think that it proves most conclusively that regardless of how clever a man may think he is, or how carefully he is to cover his crime, he can never hope to profit by breaking the law.
It is a moonless night in the year 1853, and outside the low adobe house of William Wolfe, two shadowy figures are crouched in hushed conversation. The heavier of the two speak.
You are a fool, Samaritan. There will be no reason to kill anyone here. Old Wolf will not recognize either of us.
If the sun would be safer with us, dead men tell no tales.
You talk as though I, the great bandit, Dirty Moreno, would have failed. I say let them live. They are useful citizens of our pueblo. And besides, there is a beautiful daughter, why not?
Someday a woman will be the death of you.
What of that? So come, enough to listen. All is quiet inside. We will enter by the patio door. It is always open.
It is the same procedure, no?
Certainly. Come.
Old Wolf may have a gun.
What of that? He will not try to use it. He will be afraid of hitting some members of his own family. Open the door.
Okay.
I will go first. Remember, do not use your knife. It is done your Wolf's room. You will find the nothing you will. The people who want to burn hair, like the country. Over there, Senora, look in the jewel box. I will stand guard to keep the good lady awake. Be quick. Come on, figure on that. Hurry. Johnny is restless. I do not want to have a spoon if we can help it.
There's a necklace. You don't stay away.
Good. Now we can put the bedroom. It's ready to one. There is a doctor's ring I would like to have.
A doctor's ring? That is not worth much, really.
To me, it was something. Oh, my door is slightly open. You wait here on guard. Rob must have every door in this house. Quick. This thing ready to sleep. I feel this. Oh, no. Candlelight is good. It is dark. That, do not cry out, senorita. I am a bandit. You shoot you with this long black piece.
What do you want?
What do the robbers usually want?
There are no jewels and money in this room.
No? Very well, I will leave. Yeah, but first I realized I was 30.
Lucky.
But of course, Harrison is not used to wedding.
But it is a present.
Engagement?
Yes.
Oh, that is too far. Well, in that case, I will only borrow it.
Borrow it?
See, I will return it to you within a week.
But I don't understand.
Ah, Senorita, I love you.
Oh.
I have loved you these many months now. I want something you have very much of just for a short time now.
You always change things.
I am a man. I have feelings. I can hate. I can love. Is it so wrong to be a bandit?
But if you are who I think you are, kill people.
Why not? If I do not kill them, they will kill me.
But that is wrong. You are a murderer.
You are not afraid of me?
No. So far, you've given me no reason to be afraid.
Then give me the lens, Senorita. I would not want you to have reason to feel other than you do.
And if I refuse?
Then I will take it.
And if I refuse?
Then you'd have to shoot you, Carita Mia.
You would kill me in cold blood.
Why not? Many a man kills the thing he loves most.
Please go. Please go in. I do not like you. I am afraid of you.
Gracias, Senorita. I will keep my promise and return the ring on another night.
I hate you.
You hate me? And yet you do not even attempt to protect yourself when you beg cover?
How dare you?
Adios, Senorita. Oh, and, Senorita, do not try to warn your father or arouse the household after I leave. My friend Sanapi is very nervous, and you might shoot someone.
Sanapi? And who are you? I thought...
That I was Sanapi? No, Senorita. I am the brains behind Sanapi. Pleasant dreams, Senorita. But of course, he's talking to... What does he say? That, my friend, is none of your business. Come. We'll see what there is in the old man's room.
You say they go. The girl will make a fuss.
I think not. Follow me.
Useless. He does not have anything of value in his room. And his money he keeps in his bag.
How do you know he has nothing of value in his room?
No, that's all.
Hand it over, you lizard. I said hand it over or I will take it from you. Take it from your dead body, Bobby. It's very quiet, fool. What are you hiding? Hand it over.
Put up your hands or I'll shoot you. So, Tanabe and a friend. The Rangers have been looking for you, and today there was a reward posted for your apprehension.
A reward?
You're a dangerous man, Tanabe.
Tanabe? I am not Tanabe. He is. You insult me, my friend.
Huh? But you seem to be the leader.
Quien sabe? Who knows? However, senor, I would not concern myself too much with such matters. You see, my little friend Zanardi is very clever. He has men nearby who will come when they hear his whistle.
No, you can't scare me. Quiet now. Don't wake Mother or the rest of the household.
Come, Zanardi.
Adios, amigo.
Thanks to the beautiful senorita, we are saving our hideout.
I still think it would have been a good idea to have killed the senor.
Pablo, bring some more wine. Jesus, you will give the horses fresh water.
But I just
give them fresh water, Jesus. Eat. Now then, my friend, we will finish the discussion Senor Wolf so rudely interrupted.
Ready. Put the gun down. I give it to him.
Hey, that is better, my friend. I am glad to see you so generous. But I warn you, if you ever try to trick me again, I will kill you. Now get off, pronto.
Yes, yeah. I go ready.
The nice gold watch with the letter W on the bar. Oh, this is very nice party, Senor Wood.
Well, I'm glad you like it, Mr. Moreno. Will you have some more wine?
Oh, perhaps a little bit more. I never drink very heavily in company.
No?
No. You see, sometimes I talk too much about business.
Oh, and how is business?
Oh, business is not so good. The trading is very slow.
But you seem to have plenty of money.
Oh, I have enough, but I am not getting to be a rich man. If it were not for my outside interest.
Outside interest?
Yeah, my silver mines in Mexico. Yeah, I have 2 silver mines in Sonora.
Well, how interesting. Oh, what is that?
Hello, Father. Good evening, Miss Moreno.
Buenas noches, señorita. You're more lovely than ever, too.
Thank you.
She's getting to be quite the young lady. You know, I expect you'll have to get her married off soon.
Oh, Father.
I will envy the man who wins her. Perhaps there's already someone.
No, not yet, Mr. Moreno.
But your ring. You are not wearing your ring.
Haven't you heard the news?
Oh, Mr. Moreno's been out of town. You see, we were robbed 2 nights ago.
Madre de Dios.
Yes, he and a partner broke in around midnight and took my wife's pearl necklace. One has left his ring and my wife.
Oh, no. That is too far. Something should be done about it. There's been too many such robberies of late. Sure.
Oh, I'd like to get my hands on this bandit.
See, I understand there is a reward for his apprehension, dead or alive.
Yes, $1,000.
$1,000, huh? Oh, that is a lot of money.
And somebody will get it, and I, for one, will be only too glad to see him die. Good evening, sir.
Guy, I must compliment you on your boarding school.
Thank you. And it's always a pleasure to have you present, Mr. Duke.
We were discussing this speech, Sonata.
Sonata, you should be strung up and roasted like a pig. The Rangers seem powerless to catch you.
But they will. And especially since there's been $1,000 reward offered for his capture, dead or alive.
I am in favor of the vigilante committee. Form a posse and go after him. No. Then we'd be taking the law into our own hands. I say it's best to let the officers capture him.
$1,000 for Sonata, dead or alive.
What did you say, Mr. Moreno?
Oh, nothing. I was thinking out loud.
Let's talk of something else. The talk is too serious.
Oh, may I have the pleasure of dancing with you, Sonata?
Of course.
If you gentlemen will excuse me.
Certainly. An interesting man, that Moreno. Of course. Rather mysterious. No? There's something about him that seems remotely familiar. Never noticed it before, but he faintly reminds me of someone. His voice and mannerisms. Well, I can't agree with you there. He's distinctly individual. Perhaps, but I can't seem to get rid of that feeling.
He's a very, very graceful dancer. Look at him pivot. And how gracefully Juanita follows him.
They do make a good pair, don't they? Of course, he's much too old for her. And I'm afraid a none too successful businessman. Why do you say that? He always seems to have plenty of money. Why, he was just telling me a little while ago about some silver mines of his he had in Sonora. Well, that might be so, but just the same, he comes in most frequently to my shop and sells bills. Well, what of that? Even I have had to seek aid from you occasionally, Mr. Duke. Yes, but you always buy back your property. He never does. Huh? Well, that is odd. Yes, it is odd, but I never try to pry into my customers' private affairs. My business is selling and repairing jewelry, not town gossip. You naturally won't repeat what I just said. Why, of course not. Oh, excuse me a moment. I see my wife beckoning to me. And you know how wives are, don't you? Well, help yourself to more wine. Oh, with pleasure, Mr. Wolf. With pleasure. Thank you.
Oh, you dance divinely, senorita.
That's because you're a perfect dancer, Mr. Moreno.
I accept the compliment, Juanita. You don't mind if I call you Juanita?
If you wish. That's my name.
I have been thinking of you quite a bit of late. I have even dreamed about you.
So?
Yes. You see, I am not a married man, and...
You'll have to speak to my father first, Mr. Moreno.
Then you mean I have a chance, Juanita?
At least I'll think about it.
Oh.
That is, your father would give his consent. You see, I know you very slightly.
It would not take long to get better acquainted.
No, but I also am not sure that I might want your acquaintance. I would rather father decide the question. If he agrees, then we might get better acquainted, not before.
Oh, very well. I will ask him tonight. No.
I'll be interested in what he says. You see, you are interesting, and I do like you, but...
Oh, but what?
Well, in the first place, you're older than I.
Is that Marty?
And two, you yourself have said that business is not very good.
Oh, think nothing about that. I do not like for everyone to know how much I make or from our store.
And I know nothing of your family.
But you will know me. Is that not enough?
I would rather not answer your questions. Shall we dance?
Of course. I will speak to your father later. Oh, by the way, senorita, here is the lucky ring I found in the party room. Will you wear it for me? Well, Mr. Moreno. I thought you deserted me for my daughter. Oh, not entirely, Mr. Wood. Will you have some more wine? Gracias. Mr. Wood, may I have a word with you in private? About Juana? Si. I don't think that'll be necessary, Mr. Moreno. You know, I wouldn't be entirely at ease if you were to court her. But I'm sorry, but why? I have my reasons. Very well. No harm in asking, you know. No, none. Would you have some more wine? Another time. I must be going. Oh, not so well. Very sorry. I've enjoyed your hospitality to the utmost. Adios. Well, good night, then, Mr. Moreno. Good night.
Leaving the party, Moreno and his gang succeeded in robbing the homes of several of the leading citizens while they were at the wolf. But in Moreno's mind, a thought was forming. $1,000 was a lot of money. In the mountain hideout, seated around the campfire, Bernardi and 4 others are listening to Moreno's plan.
I tell you, it will be easy. Now, you 4 will ride and join the others in Grass Valley. Bernardi and I will raid the warehouse and draw attention away from the men. Comprende? Yeah, no. Now get going. There's little time to waste. Come on. We had better be on our way too, baby. I think I stay here. It is you who will make the trip. Alone? Alone. Sure. By the way, there's $1,000 reward posted to you. Dead or alive? It was 8,000. Now it's 1,500. $1,500 American money? Yes. I am worth something, no? More dead than alive, no? You know, my friend, I like you. I like you too, baby. I like you. I think I killed you. And collect your $1,500 reward? That's a good idea, no? If there was a price on your head, Verdi, I would do the same for you. You are a little friend. I like you. Well, but Verdi, it's time to make that ride alone. I think I'd better go. See, it's time for you to go. You will wait here for me? Thanks, Bobby. You're not. You're not. You buy it today? Huh? Oh, this? I picked it up at the wood. It's very soft. Very long. You like it? Yes. It's the kind I've always said I would like. So? Oh, very well, my friend. You may always... Why you do this to me, Verdi? I don't know. Because I like you. I cannot bear to think of somebody else getting the reward for you. Reward? Do not exert yourself, my friend. I will shoot you if you reach for your gun. You want some water? I want only your blood. $1,500 nailed as a hero. They may be not the fair senorita, and her father changed their mind. Now, I will load you across my saddle and ride into town with you. Verdi Moreno, you are a clever fellow. You are a great... Caramba. The fools, they are returning. Go. We were not quite sure which of us was to go which way. We thought we had... Why did they believe? Why not? Why not? He is dead. We quarreled. But if he lies, you murdered him. Why, you insulting pig, I will kill you for that. Kill Verdi. Stand back, all of you. Back. And now, my fine friend, since you were so good to return and try to discourage me from my plan, you 4 may have the privilege of riding to town with another. First you, Pablo. No. And you, Pedro. And Carlos. And last but not least, Jesus. No. Oh, you think you can offer a bullet, eh? Good, we will see. Run fast. Faster. Caramba, missing the first time. That is fine. so far. Now you have to drive him back only farther.
Back in the pueblo of Los Angeles, Captain Hope and two of his aides are discussing the recent robbery.
Kevin Holmes entered just last night. I tell you, men, we've got to get this Sonati or we'll be the laughing stock of Los Angeles.
Why not try and capture the ghost? You know what I think, Captain Hope?
What, Grover?
Sonati isn't working alone. He's got an accomplice on the inside. For instance, last night. Every one of the houses entered last night belonged to someone at the Wolf's party.
By George, Crowley, you're right. Someone who was at the party must have tipped Sonati off.
I thought of that some time ago. In fact, I've been working on that theory.
Got anybody in mind?
Yes, Stanton, I have. Have either of you ever given the traitor Moreno much thought?
Moreno? You mean that crazy, egotistical Mexican is the brains behind all these robberies and killings?
Well, he's the most logical. That is, if someone on the inside is tipping off.
But he's such a nice guy.
All the more reason why I suspect him. Why, he doesn't do enough business to stick in your hat. Yet he seems to have plenty of money.
Yes, sir, Captain Hope. I believe you're right. He was at the Wolf's party last night and left early.
That's what I'm getting at. He has entree into all the homes and is able to... Well, I'll be a horned toad. Boy, look who's tying up in front.
Moreno.
Yeah, Verdi Moreno. With a cart full of dead men. He's coming in.
Ready to sit, you know?
Ah. Won't you sit down, Mr. Moreno?
That's the thing, yeah.
Now then, what happened?
Oh, it was nothing, Senor Capitano. I was at the Wolf party last night, you know.
I saw you there.
So? I did not see you. Oh, but that does not matter. I left early. I was tired. When I arrived home, I opened the front door. What do you think happened?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Then I tell you. I heard a slight movement behind me. Turned around quick and muttered to Dios. If you cannot, she have a gun.
Well?
Yes. You like the story?
Tell me what happened.
Oh, well, I am not afraid. I asked him what he wants, and he say me.
You?
See, he say he wants me. He want to, what you call, kidnap.
Well, how big is it? What did you say?
Oh, I tell him I'm a poor man, but he say he don't care. He makes me get on horse and ride. There's two others with him.
Where'd you ride to?
Oh, well, we ride, I don't pay much attention.
Well, but you must know what trail you took out of town.
See, I mean, I was blindfolded. I cannot see nothing.
Oh, well, go on.
You like this story?
Go on.
Well, we go to their camp. They untie me. Oh, I forgot to tell you. They tie me with strong rope, but now I am untied. So I lie down, pretend to sleep.
What the rest of the men do?
The rest of the men? Oh, they lie down, too. There are 4 of them by now.
Sonati and 4 others? Are they the ones you brought in the cart?
See, they are the ones. I killed them.
Well, but how in the world did you kill them?
Easy. Oh, no. It was not easy. I have a terrific struggle. I wait till I hear them all snore. Then I crawl over and stab Sonati.
Yeah?
He moaned like stuck pig and wake the others. They all jump at me. I kick at them and hit them with my fist. They hit me. Sonati made a rush at me and
I thought you said you knifed Sonati.
Eh? Oh, that's right. You will have to excuse me, Senor Capitan. There's so much happened to Kit, I'm more confused. I
understand. At any rate, you succeeded in killing all 5 and brought them in, huh?
That is it. And now $1,500.
Why, of course, Mr. Moreno. You earned it. I'll bring it over to your house this afternoon.
Oh, that is very nice.
Oh, there's just one other point. Granted, you didn't know how you got there or where the camp was. How did you get back to town? How did you know which way to go?
Well, it was easy, Senor Capitan. This morning it was light. I had no trouble at all.
Oh. Well, Mr. Moreno, you've done a most heroic thing, and I shall see that you're properly rewarded and acclaimed for your daring feat of bravery.
Gracias. The $1,500?
I said I'd bring it over to your house this afternoon.
Gracias, Senor Capitan. Gracias.
Although Captain Hope was not quite satisfied with Moreno's story, he could prove nothing to the contrary, and true to his word, delivered the reward he promised. The next 3 days were like a dream to Moreno. He was wined and dined and acclaimed by all the residents as a hero, and each succeeding day found him bolder.
Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Moreno. Well, it's Saturday, Senor.
What can I do for you?
I am temporarily out of funds.
What?
See, the $1,500 I sent to my mother in Naples.
Your mother? I never heard you speak of your mother.
No? Oh, that's funny. Maybe I never speak about it before. Yes, sir.
Oh, it doesn't matter. What did you wish to raise money on?
I wish to sell this watch.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Is this your watch?
Oh, but of course.
But the initial on the back is W.
Oh, that's funny. Let me see it. You are a very funny man. You are looking at it upside down. Turn it this way. Look, it makes M.
Huh?
Empty.
Oh, sure. Now, how much do you want?
$25.
$25? That's a lot of money for a watch.
Oh, but this one, senor, this is solid gold. Examine it.
I already have. Couldn't you get along on $20?
Senor, $25. This is such a small amount for a man like you. You buy it for $25.
Yeah, all right, $25.
Yeah. I like you, senor.
You'll have to excuse me for a minute. I don't have that much money in the till. Wait here and I'll get it for you.
Yes, senor Duke, I wait. My horse is outside. I wait with him.
But Charles Duke did not go after more money. Instead, he ran straight to the ranger station, and summoning Captain Hope, returned to the store accompanied by Hope, Stanton, and Crawford. Just the way the four men approached the front door.
Well, there's the horse. Let's see what he can find.
Yeah, he's inside all right. Holding off the reins. See?
What do they do, rush him? Might as well. You stay back, Mr. Duke.
Yeah, might be some shooting. Come on, boys. Well, Mr. Moreno. Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, Samuel, Captain Holt. What do you want?
I've come to arrest you, Moreno. Stick him up.
Please, I kick you.
Grab him, boys. Grab him. Well, George, he was a tough customer. All right, boys, carry him over to the jail. Looks like our super bandit, Freddie Moreno, won't be causing Los Angeles any trouble for a long, long time.
In just a moment, Mr. Myers will conclude our program. Meanwhile, remember, it's easy enough to do the job when the weather is balmy and fair, but the oil worthwhile is the one that can smile when there's more than frost in the air. I mean Rio Lube, which gives you full motor protection even in zero weather. And that goes for Rio Grande Crack, too, the gasoline of police car performance. And now, Mr. Myers.
Moreno was tried and found guilty of robbery and murder. He was sentenced to life imprisonment. Thanks to the keen wits of Charles Duke, this story shows that gangsters were no more successful in early California than they are today. Then as now, they learned that crime does not pay.
Thank you, Mr. Myers. Los Angeles Police calling all cars, attention all cars, to cancellation of broadcast 269 regarding a holdup. Suspect in this case captured attempting to pawn loot. That's all. Rosenthal. This is your narrator, Frederick Lindsley, bidding you good night for Rio Grande.
Next week at this time, Rio Grande will present The Case of the Baker's Bride. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
You mean that you want me to run Kingpin in the Snake Gully Cup, Eddie?
Well, if Dad's such an important person and he feels he ought to run a horse in the cup, why shouldn't you? After all, you're the vice president of the council.
Well, that's true. I didn't think of that. Still, you said that I shouldn't have too many interests, you know, and I was only thinking of you.
Well, I appreciate that, Bill. At the same time, we've got to keep up appearances just as well as other people. What do you think, Mabel?
Oh, leave me out of the argument, Mother. If Father wants to run a horse in the Snake Gully Cup, well, why shouldn't he?
Oh, I don't mind running a horse, Mabel. It's your mother who was against it.
Well, I thought we had too many irons in the fire, and when you suggested that the directors of Hopkins' store should buy a horse, I was against that.
You were against me running one in the Cup, too. I'm not sure whether I want to run one now.
Oh, don't talk such nonsense, Bill. It doesn't cost so much, and surely you can get hold of Kingpin again.
Well, you told me to lease him.
Well, you get hold of him for the Snake Gully Cup. We can't have people putting it all over us.
Oh, I wasn't trying to put anything over on you, Mrs. Smith.
Oh, no, I know that, Dad, but Bill's such an old stick in the mud. I've got to push him along.
Well, I thought the entries for the Snake Gully Cup had closed. In fact, I know they closed today because Alf went in to enter Wally's Hope. This is the last day.
Oh, goodness, Bill, if you're too late, I'll never forgive you.
Oh, you can't blame me, Etty. And anyway, the entries don't close until 5 o'clock. It's not 4 yet.
Well, you've got time to get into town and enter Kingpin if you can get hold of him.
Oh, well, I just dropped in. I think I'll be going home now. Can I give you a lift, Mabel?
Oh, yes, Dad. I'll go with you if you like.
Well, I'll have to get into town.
Just a minute, Bill. Didn't Dad come over here to talk business with you? You were so anxious to see him.
Oh, well, that can wait. I really wanted him to see the house.
Oh, well, you can have a good look at that on Thursday night.
Well, I'll get along now, Mother. I'm glad to have seen you again.
Won't you stay for a cup of tea?
No, I promised Dave I'd be home early, and it's better if I can get a lift with Dad. You see, Father won't have to drive me home, especially as he's going to town.
Well, Mrs. Smith, I'll see you on Thursday night. I hope the party's a success.
Oh, it's bound to be. And be sure to let the ladies' club know if the poll is arranged for Berrygullah.
Oh, we'll let you know something. We're working pretty hard. Ted Ramsey and his missus are over at Berrygullah today. Just doing a bit of propaganda work, you know, and conferring with different people.
Mrs. Ramsey won't let the grass grow under her feet.
Oh, well, I'll get along. See you again, Bill.
All right, Dad, and thanks very much.
What are you thanking Dad for?
Oh, just for calling out and having a look at the house.
Come on, Mabel.
Something funny's happening. Dad, something amusing you?
No, no, it's all right. It was just something funny I thought of. Come on, Mabel.
Oh, I'm coming. Goodbye, Mother. Goodbye, Father. See you Thursday.
All right, dear. Take care of yourself, won't you?
Of course I will. Come on, Dad.
What's Dad laughing at?
Oh, I don't know, Etty. He gets these laughing fits sometimes.
He must have thought of something very funny.
Yes, I suppose he did.
Now, you get into town straight away and enter Kingpin for the Snake Gully Cup. The idea of Dad coming here boasting about being an important citizen and having a horse running in the race. Oh, haven't you got the sense to stick up for yourself?
Well, I was only going by what you said, Etty.
People in our position should have a horse racing. If Alf and Annie can have one, and Dad and Mum, so can we. Oh, I can't understand you letting people put things over your Bill Smith.
And I can't understand you either. First you tell me I'm not to race a horse in the Cup, and then you go crook because I haven't got one entered.
I suppose you can get hold of Kingpin?
Oh, it might be arranged.
Oh, I don't know where you'd be if it wasn't for me. Now, you get into town at once, send a wire to the man who's leased the horse, and enter Kingpin in the race. And if you can't get him, you'll have to buy another horse. The idea of Dad and Mum going about as if we can't afford to run a horse. Now, don't stand there staring at me, Bill. What are you grinning at?
Nothing.
Well, don't stand there grinning. Jump into the car and go to town at once and move heaven and earth to get hold of Kingpin again.
Okay, Etty. You leave everything to me.
Is Alf home yet, Mum?
Not yet, Dad. Why are you so anxious to see him?
Well, he was going to call at the race club office on his way home to get the weights for the Snake Gully Cup.
Oh, yes, the weights are coming out today. Who's going to ride Socks, Dad?
Well, I promised Dave the ride, but I've been thinking of approaching Ted Ramsey.
Why?
Well, he's such a nice lightweight, and Dave weighs 11 stone 8.
Oh, that's a lot, isn't it?
Yes, I don't know how much weight Socks will get. Oh, hello, Annie. What time are you expecting Alf home?
Oh, I'm expecting him any minute. What weight do you suppose Wally's Hope will get in the Snake Gully Cup?
Oh, I'm sure I don't know.
How's Alf getting on with his training?
Oh, pretty well.
Is Mr. Smith really running Kingpin, Dad?
Yes, everything's fixed.
Oh, well, Snake Gulley will be well represented in the race this year.
I'm sure Wally's Hope will win. Of course, Alf says he hasn't given him any really fast work yet.
Do you think Alf knows anything about training, Annie?
Oh, yes. And Mr. Montgomery's helping him anyway.
Oh, Montgomery always knows everything about everything. How do you know he's a good trainer?
Well, he says he is, and I like him.
Yes, well, you'd better not mention his name to Jack Lawrence. Oh, Alf, here you are at last.
Well, Alf, what's the news?
Oh, there's no particular news. We had a fairly easy day at the store, and Mr. Hopkins is thinking about enlarging the provision department. It was all through an idea of my own, you see. We sell a lot of tin stuff, and I think...
Oh, well, never mind about that now.
Oh, that's not the news we're looking for. Tell us the worst. What are the weights?
Weights?
Yes, Alf, the weights for the Snake Gulley Cup.
Oh, I was almost forgetting. Oh, I've got those here. Let me see now. Here they are.
Oh, hurry up.
Well, how much did Socks get?
Oh, Sock's got 11 stone 1.
Strike me handsome. Dave will never make the weight. He's 11 stone 8.
What did Wally's Hope get?
Oh, 10 stone 12.
Less than Socks.
Well, he's not such a good horse as Socks.
What weight are you, Alf?
Oh, 11 6.5.
Oh, you weigh 8.5 pounds too much.
Oh, well, I'll have to go into training and waste, that's all.
Oh, I'll have to get hold of Ted Ramsey. He can make the weight all right. He only weighs 9.13.
Oh, but Socks has got 11.1. It means he'll have to carry a lot of dead weight.
Well, that's better than carrying overweight. How can Dave get down 7 pounds?
Well, what did Kingpin get?
11 stone.
A pound less than Socks. The handicappers still think Socks is the better horse.
Alf, what are we going to do? Who can ride our horse?
Well, I'll have to ride him.
What about Jack Lawrence?
Oh, he weighs over 12 stone. Oh, hello, Dave.
Oh, I want to see you, Dave. We're in a terrible mess.
Oh, what's the matter?
I said you could ride Socks, didn't I?
Yes, and I'll ride him first past the post, too.
Well, he's got 11.1 in the ride.
And you weigh 11.8, Dave.
Oh, that's a bit tough. How am I going to take 7 pounds off?
That's what I want to know. You'll have to take more exercise. Go for a long run in the mornings. That's if I can get Ted Ramsey to ride for me.
Oh, Dad, you promised me the mount.
Yes, I know, but Ted's a lot lighter than you.
Do you think we could get Mr. Ramsey to ride our horse, Alf?
Oh, we could try.
But isn't he going to ride Kingpin?
He hasn't made any arrangements to ride any horse yet. I'm going to see him about Socks.
Alf, you go and see Mr. Ramsey at once. Offer him anything you like to ride our horse.
Wait a minute. You can't do that. This race is for amateur riders. And they can't make any payments or rewards.
Oh, I was looking forward to riding Wally's Hope myself. I think I can get me weight down to 10 stone 12, Annie. It's only 8.5 pounds. I'll just have to diet and take Turkish baths.
Oh, where can you get a Turkish bath in Snake Gulley?
Well, you can get a hot bath at the Snake Gulley swimming baths. They can make it into a Turkish bath if they like, I suppose. The caretaker of the baths knows all about that sort of thing. That's why the council engaged him. Still, don't start wasting until I've seen Ted Ramsey.
I don't think it's wise for them to have to lose a lot of weight. For goodness sake, get hold of Ted Ramsey.
Yes, if Bill Smith hasn't got in first.
Well, why don't you go over to Ramsey's place now, Dad?
Because it's tea time. And I know Ted and his wife are over in Berrigullah again today. They go over nearly every day investigating and working on behalf of Snake Gulley.
Well, we promised to go over there tomorrow.
Yes, I know. Oh, well, I'll go over and see him directly after tea.
Wait a minute. I think Alf has just as much right to Ted Ramsey's services as anyone else.
Oh, I can't get him when he's in Berrigullah. Oh, you leave it to me, Annie. I'll fix it.
Oh, Ted won't refuse me. After all, seeing it was my idea to get him into the firm.
But suppose he has already promised Mr. Smith.
Well, he hadn't promised up till yesterday, and he's been in Berrigullah all day today, so we all start off even. And if anybody can persuade Ted to ride his horse, I can.
Well, I'll get tea ready now. We'll be nice and early tonight, and you can slip straight over to Ramsey.
And you're going over there too, Alf.
All right, well, let's get tea over. Oh, I'm hungry.
Everybody, tea's ready.
I'm coming, Sarah.
You ready, Alf? You dressed yet?
Oh, yes, I'm all ready.
What's Alf going over to Ramsey's for? You know very well that Ted will ride for me.
Well, Alf's going to ask him to ride for us.
Well, there's to be no bribery, mind you. No bribery. Ted will make up his own mind.
Now, nobody's talking about bribery, Dad. Where are Dave and Mabel?
Come on, Dave, have your tea.
Oh, we'll be there in a minute. Don't wait for us.
Come along, then. We'll make a start.
Oh, I'm as hungry as a hunter, too. What have you got, Sarah?
A nice piece of steak, Dad.
Steak, that'll do me.
Oh, no, Alf. Here's your tea. A lettuce leaf.
Oh, what do you think I am, a rabbit?
You're going to start training now, just in case you can't get Ted Ramsey.
The copyrighted program created by Rio Grande.
Miami County Sheriff's Office calling all cars, attention all cars, broadcast 270 regarding a missing person. Be on the lookout for Peter Scowcroft, who disappeared from his home this date. Maybe a murder. That's all.
Remember this saying: if you make the finest mousetrap, the world will be the path to your door. That's true about mousetrap, gasoline, or any other product. For 2 years, Rio Grande led all other gasolines in percentage of sales increase. Thousands of well-informed motorists have literally beaten the path to the doors of Rio Grande dealers to get police car performance in their cars. Engineers, purchasing agents, police and fire departments, those who trust gasoline, those to whom gasoline means the most, have specified Rio Grande cracked gasoline in all their emergency equipment month after month. Except no substitute for police car performance. But the added mileage, quicker starting, increased power that Rio Grande cracked gasoline gives. Nothing can stop the march of progress of a definitely superior product. And also that's true about Realine, the 100% paraffin-based motor oil that engine heat cannot break down or cold weather slow down. Patronize your independent Rio Grande dealer from now on. The story we'll hear tonight has been taken from the confidential files of the sheriff of Snohomish County, Washington. We have in the studios Chief of Police P.E. Bailey and Sheriff Ray Ryan of Ellis. And we have asked Sheriff Ryan to open our program.
I wish to extend to the audience of Calling All Cars the greetings of the Northwest in general and of the state of Washington in particular. The problems of law enforcement are alike regardless of the section of the county in which they arise. And regardless of section, crime is the same losing game in one state that it is in the other. It has always been a mystery to me why a criminal ever gets the idea that he can commit a crime and get away with it. In the story we are to hear tonight, you will see the part played by cooperative citizens in solving our crimes. It is the cooperation of such persons and the close, harmonious work of law enforcement agencies that make more emphatic the statement that, regardless of motive, method, or purpose, crime cannot pay.
It is 8 o'clock on on a sultry July morning of 1922 in the city of Everett, Washington. Deputy C.A. Bailey of the Snohomish County Sheriff's Office is seated at his desk looking over some report. When suddenly the telephone at his side begins jangling. Sheriff's Office. Yes? What does he look like? About how old a man is your husband, Mrs. Pocock? All right, we'll start looking for him right away. But I wouldn't worry about it. You'll most likely find he spent the night with some friend. So we'll do our best. Deputy Bailey immediately makes a routine check of the jails and hospitals, but fails to find any trace of the missing man. Beginning to wonder if there isn't some real basis for Mrs. Pocock's fears after all, Bailey decides to drive over and see her. The address proves to be that of a home bakery, a modest-appearing shop in the center of Riverside, Everett's extensive Greek colony. I beg your pardon, are you Mrs. Pocock?
Yes.
My name is Bailey. I'm from the sheriff's office.
Oh, yes. You have come about my husband.
That's right. Have you had any word from him yet?
No word.
Well, tell me, Mrs. Pocock, when did you see him last?
It was about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. A telephone call came, and Peter said he had to deliver some goods in the country.
In the country, huh?
Yes. He left right away in the truck.
What kind of goods was he to deliver? Bakery products?
Well, not exactly. I think it was mostly sugar and raisins.
Oh, sugar and raisins, rather an odd.
I found his truck.
His truck?
Yeah. It's on the nickel here red. Just over the second bridge. But, I don't see Pete. He was nowhere around.
Oh, yes, I knew.
Who are you, young man?
I'm at Corrales. Juliana de Batista.
I see. Well, Mike, you better come up with me to headquarters and make your report. Then we'll go back to where you found the truck and look for your brother-in-law.
Whatever you say, sir.
It's my belief that there's some sort of dirty work mixed up in this business, Sheriff. I have Mike Corrales, the boy who found the truck, waiting outside to make his report.
Yeah, we'll have him in a minute, Bailey. You say this Pete Pocock is making a delivery of sugar and raisins into the country?
Yes, sir. And that sounds to me like you might be mixed up in the bootlegging racket.
Yeah, it does to me, too. It also puts a different slant on the man's disappearance. Just what kind of a woman is this wife of his, Mrs. Pocock?
Well, she's Greek, of course. But she seems to have a fair education. Speaks very good English.
Uh-huh. A young woman?
About 25, I'd say. She's a tiny little thing. Pretty little picture.
Any children?
There was a boy about 4 and a little girl, not much more than a baby, playing in the corner of the bakery shop. I presume they were hers.
Well, let's have this Mike Corrales in.
Okay, sir. Come on in here, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Mike, this is Sheriff McCullough.
How do you do, sir?
Hello, Mike. Now, Mike, I want you to tell us all about how you happened to find your brother-in-law's truck.
Well, Juliana was worried about Pete, and she asked me to look for him. I waited at the filling station for Pete to get his gas, and the man, he said he thought he'd gone out toward the Motopio. What did you do then, Mike? Well, I started out right away, and when I got to the bridge, I saw Pete's truck. Yeah, I saw Pete's truck standing by the side of the road. But you didn't see anything of the... Never mind, Bailey, I'll get it. Sheriff McCullough speaking. You did, eh? All right, wait there. We'll be right out. I'm afraid you won't have to search very far for your brother-in-law, Mike.
You got some information on Pete Pocock's truck?
Yes, the man who called himself Art Roberts is on the phone. Said he found the body in the woods just back of the truck. Found the body? In the truck? Yeah, you better come with us, Mike. If it's Pocock, we'll need you to help identify it.
We'll try right outside, sir.
Okay, let's get going. You got Pete Pocock's truck, Mike? Yes, sir. Likely one.
There's a man standing beside it. That must be Robert, the man who phoned you, Sheriff.
Yeah, more likely. Well, get out.
You're Sheriff McCullough, aren't you?
That's right.
The body I called you about is right near that path leading into the enterprise, sir. I stumbled down it less than an hour ago.
All right, go on ahead and show us the place. We'll follow.
Yes, sir. See that train just ahead? Well, that's where the body is. Yeah, I think I can see it from here. You got a man's body lying face downward? That's it, all right. He's dead, all right.
It's him. That's Steve.
Well, it's plain the killer wasn't taking any chances on his victim living to tell the tale.
His pockets have been pulled out and rifled. Robbery might have been the motive.
Yeah. Was your brother-in-law in the habit of carrying much money around with him, Mike?
Yes, sir. He always had quite a bit of money in his billfold.
The officers go back to town. An intensive search has begun for the murderer. 2 days after the finding of the body, Sheriff McCullough and Deputy A.C. Daly discussed the case in the sheriff's office. Well, it looks as if we're up against a more difficult job than you'd figured on, Daly.
Yeah. Trying to pull information out of that Greek colony is like trying to pull a mule away from a hay rack.
Have you been able to find out anything at all?
Well, nothing much. All my inquiries down there have come up against a brick wall. Either they claim ignorance of the whole business or they meet you with a stony silence.
Yes, I know. It's been the same way with me.
I was able to pick up a few scraps of information about Pete Prokop, however.
Well, that's something. What did you find out?
Well, it seems, for one thing, that he was considered one of the most representative young men of the colony.
Pretty well thought of, then, I take it.
Yeah. For another thing, I found out from a banker that Prokop had recently sent $10,000 to Greece to be placed to his credit there.
$10,000, huh? Then he was considerably better off than the modest appearance of his picture would lead you to think.
Yeah. And in addition to that, he had accounts of several local institutions. Oh, he was well fixed, all right.
I wonder if his wealth had anything to do with his being killed.
It might have. I think I'll go over and have another talk with Pete's wife. Last time I was there, it was to break the news of her husband's death, and she was too upset to be able to tell me much of anything.
That's an idea, Daly. Go on over and talk with her. There's just an outside chance we might learn something we can use.
Okay, Sheriff. I'll be back later to tell you what I found out.
But Mrs. Prokop had no more information to give. Months slipped by, and then one night, Sheriff McCullough and Deputy Daly dropped into a little Greek coffee house. They were talking to the wrinkled old woman who was serving.
Didn't Pete Prokop used to eat in here pretty often?
Yes, sometimes. Mrs. Prokop is still coming.
Oh, is that so?
But he never catch man who's here at Pete Prokop, huh?
No, I'm afraid not. You know, it's a funny thing that anyone could have wanted to kill Pete. After all, he was a good, hard-working man who thought only of business.
You think so? Maybe that's why he got killed. Maybe he seen too much of business. Excuse me. I got to wait on customer.
Well, what do you suppose you meant by that?
See, I don't know. Well, let's get back uptown.
Yeah. Well, that crack of the old woman has got me puzzled. There was a world of meaning behind the way she said that.
It's just me. Now, let's go to the home bakery up the street. Isn't that Eliana Prokop standing in the doorway?
Yeah. Wonder who the young fellow is standing beside her.
Some friend, I suppose.
Oh, we might as well say hello to her.
Oh, of course.
Good evening, Mrs. Prokop.
Good evening.
I thought perhaps you might have decided to sail for Greece by this time.
Oh, no, I cannot go now.
No?
It would not be the same without Peter. And besides, Joe here, Peter's brother, he's helping me with the shop.
Oh, I see. Well, I wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank you.
Well, good night.
Good night, Mr. Daly.
It seems that 3 months' time has made her forget her Greece. It's careful enough now, Daly.
Yes, I noticed that.
I wonder. Wait a minute, Daly.
What is it?
They just went into the shop together. You can see her drawing the fruit across the street here.
Yeah, you can see her silhouette of it,
If my hunch is correct. There, Daly. You see that? You can see both the silhouettes now.
Perhaps you're right, Sheriff. So that's what the old woman meant when she said Peter thought too much about business.
Yeah, it looks as if our Prokop was slaving away. His brother was stealing his wife.
If that's the case, it may prove to be the motive we're looking for.
But in the event, it's worth looking into, and the sooner the better. Before Daly and Sheriff McCullough can act, however, they are called out of town on another case. And then at 2:30 in the morning, several days later, a barrage foreman in the Greek colony sees flames suddenly shoot up into the sky. The small frame house at the rear of the home bakery is on fire. Quickly, he turns in the alarm. Fire operators under the direction of Chief Coughlin and Lieutenant Blunt respond at once.
That's the work fast, Blunt. The frame house is burning like kindling. I'll work my way around to the north side of it, Chief.
flames aren't so bad, Ben. I think I can pour some entry. Well, come along, then. I'll go with you. Here, this window's as good as any place, Chief. Wait, I'll smash it in. Can you see anything? That's it. The room's full of smoke. Where do I climb in? Here. I'll give you a hand. Hey, there's something under the bed over there. Good Lord, it looks like a couple of kids. Well, get them, Blunt. Hurry. You can pass them out of the window to me. Yeah, 2 kids, all right, Chief. A boy and a girl. They're both unconscious. Suffocation from the smoke. All right, hand them out. Jim, get these 2 children out to the full murder squad as quick as you can. Yes, sir. Right away, Chief. All right. Give me a lift up, Blunt. I'm coming in there with you. It's like the others in the house. There you are, Chief. I think that door over there leads into another bedroom. The flames have already struck it. Yeah? Well, let's see if there's anybody in there. All right. Chief, look here. There's a man and woman stretched out of the bed. They're dead, all right, but it wasn't the fire that killed them. Good Lord. Their heads are crushed in. Yeah. This is a case of cold-blooded murder. You take charge of things. I've got to report this to the sheriff's office. You got here in a hurry, Sheriff.
Yeah, Bailey and I just getting back to town and you called us in, Clarence. So somebody killed Eliana Prokop and her brother-in-law, eh?
Yeah. We took the liberty of removing the bodies from the house. Naturally. For a while there, we weren't sure we could get the fire under control. It's out now, though. How the children, Carl? Both dead. Everything was done to save them. They were too far gone. Suffocation. Oh, that's just good. There's something else I want to tell you, sir. And maybe it'll be connected to the murders.
Yeah? What's that?
This fire was no accident. It's what we call a flash fire. Set with oil in a deliberate attempt to conceal the crime. And maybe it'll be connected to the murders.
Yeah? What's that?
This fire was no accident. It's what we call a flash fire. Set with oil in a deliberate attempt to conceal the crime.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Well, come on, Bailey. Let's take a look at the room where the bodies were found.
This sort of complicates matters, doesn't it, Sheriff? We had figured out that Anna and Joe had plotted Pete's death. Now what's the answer?
Well, your guess is as good as mine. If they plotted Pete's death so they could be together, then who killed them?
Too much for me. Here we are. I think it's the bedroom.
Yeah, it's the bedroom, all right. Whoever did this job did it thoroughly.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how these pieces of firewood got here. They're scattered all over the floor.
Yeah, I was just noticing. The bedroom's a funny place for firewood.
Look here, Sheriff. I think we found the murder weapon.
Yeah? What's that?
A piece of firewood I just picked up. The side and one end are covered with blood.
By George, you're right, Bailey. There's no doubt in my mind that that's the instrument used to test the skulls of Joe and Eliana.
Can I speak to you for a few minutes, Sheriff?
Oh, hello, Mike. How'd you manage to get in here? I thought there was an officer posted at the door.
There is, but I guess you know who I was. This is terrible scene, isn't it?
Yes, certainly is. But what is it you want to see me about?
Well, I saw you and Mr. Bailey coming here, sir. I followed. I thought you might have some idea who killed my sister.
I wish I did, Mike, but I'm afraid I don't. But now that you're here, you might be able to tell us a few things we want to know.
Sure, if I can.
Now, this fellow, Joe Prokop, when did he come to live at the Baker's? He wasn't here when Peter was murdered.
No, he came just a few days after Pete was killed.
And he was given a room in the house?
Sure.
Didn't you think that was rather strange?
No. Why should I? He was Pete's brother, wasn't he?
Yes, I suppose he was. Now, Mike, I think perhaps you'd better leave us. Mr. Bailey and I have a lot of work to do. We'll let you know the minute we learn anything.
Okay. And thanks a lot, sir.
Yeah. Well, if the kid's not wise, there's no sense in adding to his grief.
That's true. You know, Sheriff, I'm certain this crime and Pete's murder are linked in some way.
Do you think Eliana might have had still another admirer? Someone who wanted her badly enough to have killed Pete, and then when Joe entered the picture, gone completely berserk and murdered them both?
More than a possibility. I got a hunch I may be able to learn something from one of the neighbors. So while you're checking up here, I'm going to see what I can find out. But you're sure you didn't see anyone either enter or leave the place?
No, I didn't. All I know is that I heard a series of screams about 1 o'clock this morning. In fact, there was a loud. They woke me right out of my sleep.
Well, what did you do after you heard the screams?
Well, I jumped up and ran to the window. It was too dark to see anything, but they sounded like they came from the bakery.
Mm-hmm. About how long have you known Eliana Prokop, Miss...
Theodore. Mary Theodore.
Miss Theodore?
Oh, I've known her for years. As a girl, she was the belle of the colony. She had beaux below us.
Was there any particular favorite among these admirers?
Well, yes. Eliana took quite a fancy to George Venus.
that George was poor, and then when Pete Cook happened along, a steady young fellow with good prospects, her family insisted that she give up George and marry Pete.
Uh-huh. And how did George, Venus, is that his name? How do you feel about that?
Oh, he took it like a man. In fact, he attended the wedding and later was a frequent visitor to their house. That is, he wasn't there about a year ago when he moved to Morton.
I see. Well, thank you, Miss Theodore, for your information. Good day.
Disappointed at the exploding of his funds, Bailey rejoined Sheriff McCullough, and they returned to the latter's office. As they entered, a man who had been waiting there got up to greet them.
Sheriff McCullough?
Yes?
My name is Perkins. I'm an attorney here in town. I just read about the Tocop case in the papers. I think I can give you some information that might be of help. If you can, we can certainly use it.
Well, you see, Mrs. Tocop was a client of mine. Last September, about 3 months after her husband was killed, she brought a man to my office and explained that she wished to lend him $300 against his cafe. She wanted me to draw up the note.
Uh-huh.
It looked like a routine matter, and I did, as she asked. But when the man had gone, she showed me a letter. He threatened me, and I had to give him the money, she told me. But it's the last time I'll do it. If he asks me again, I will refuse.
What was the man's name, Mr. Perkins?
George Venus.
Venus?
Yes.
Well, my hunch was a good one, after all, sir. Did you see what the letter said, Mr. Perkins?
No, it was written in Greek. But I told her to put it away carefully, explaining that it might be useful in case he made further trouble.
And was there further trouble?
Yes. I thought that was the end of it, but the day before Christmas, Venus came to my office again.
Mr. Perkins, I need money. I need money very bad. I want you to phone Mrs. Prokop and tell her so. Tell her right away to send me $50.
I'll do nothing of the sort, Mr. Venus. You've gotten all the money from Mrs. Prokop that you're going to get.
Oh, yes, you will, Mr. Perkins. Take the telephone. I stay right here until you do.
Well, I'll call her since you insist. But I can tell you right now it won't do any good.
Just the same, you call.
Miss Dean, get Mrs. Prokop on the phone for me.
Mrs. Prokop, he will give me money.
Wait and see. I very much doubt it, Venus. Hello, Mrs. Prokop? George Venus is in my office and insists that I phone you. It seems he wants $50 right away. Yes, that's what I thought. Very well, Mrs. Prokop. Goodbye. She says she will not give you another cent, Venus. And furthermore, she says she doesn't want to ever see you again.
He's got to give me that money. He's got it safe in the bank. Ileana, he would give me the money. But Joe, he got Ileana. I fix Joe. I fix Joe.
And he was still repeating his threats against Joe when he left for my office. And that was the last time you saw him? Yes, and mighty glad I was of it, too. Any moment I expected to get a knife stuck in my ribs.
Do you happen to have Judge Venus' address, Mr. Perkins?
No, but it's more than likely to be contained in the letter Mrs. Prokop showed to me. If she says this as I suggested and it hasn't been burned in the fire, it could still be in her house. Word is immediately sent out to search for any letters that might have survived the fire in the Prokop home, and luck plays into the officer's hands. For police, under Captain Craw, discover an undamaged packet of letters in the bottom of a badly charred trunk. An interpreter is called in to translate a note that was signed with Venus' name. He promptly lays aside two, which he copies into English.
Two of them, eh? The first one starts out, Billy. Read what it says. The date is September 1st, 1922. The address is Morton, Washington. Morton, eh? Yes, sir. Evidently, this is the letter Eliana showed to Mr. Perkins. Huh? What does it say? Mrs. Eliana and Joe, please, soon as you receive my letter, wire me $300 at once. If you don't send me the money, both you parties are going to be in jail. No joking about it. You know what you have been doing. I'll lay everything ready if you don't. Yours truly, George Venus. Now, what about the other letter, Dana? The second was addressed to Joe instead of Eliana. And its date line shows it was written just a few days after Venus' visit to Perkins. Well, you can go ahead, read it. It says, Friend Joe, learn as for health I am well. After all, I have phoned to you 3 times to send me $50, but in vain I phoned. As I have my store mortgage, you don't care to help me, for Eliana told me the restaurant can stay closed for a week, and I have lost 7 days. In jail have I gone, but I get out of jail, but you will never get out. You can't fool me with $5 and $10. Can you help me in this situation? The $1,000 was given to have your brother killed. What was that you just said? The $1,000 was given to have your brother killed? Yes. correct?
Yeah, that would seem to indicate that Joe was in love with Eliana, all right, and that he wanted her badly enough to hire someone to lure Pete into the woods and kill him.
Hey, but who was the man? Venus?
That remains to be seen. Go on, Bailey. Finish the letter.
Okay. Think that you are hanging on my neck. The head that you wear is mine. When I get my head, you will have no head. You should know that you did it all, for you didn't let Eliana to help me, and I will treat you as you treated me. Now then, send me $50 or send me the mortgage on my store, so I will put it somewhere else to get $200 to buy. Yours, Venus.
Is that all?
So.
Well, I think there's enough in those letters to justify our bringing him in. Arrange to get a warrant for Venus' arrest, Bailey.
On what charge, Sheriff?
Arson for the time being.
That same night, Sheriff McCullough and Deputy Bailey traveled 200 miles to Morton and bring back George Venus on the arson charge. The next morning, in McCullough's office.
Now, Venus, let's hear why you started that fire in the bakery Saturday morning.
I didn't start that fire. I was in Morton then. Ask anybody there.
And I suppose you didn't write this threatening letter to Mrs. Prokop either.
Not me. Not George Venus. I wouldn't do that thing. Mrs. Prokop and Joe were my friends. I had respect for them.
And you insist you were in Morton on the morning of the fire?
I was in Morton.
All right, boys. Lock him up.
Yes, sir. Come on, you.
Sheriff McCullough.
Oh, hello, Mike. Come on in.
Yeah.
What's on your mind, Mike?
That was George Venus they just took out of here, wasn't it? I heard you arrested him.
That's right.
Did he admit he did it?
No. He said he was in Morton when the killings took place.
Well, if Venus said that, he lied. He wasn't in Morton last Friday night. He was here in the bakery.
In the bakery? Can you prove that, Mike?
Yeah. I was cleaning up when one of the neighbors come in. She wanted some bread, but Liliana and Venus were arguing about something in the corner and didn't pay no attention to her. Finally, she had to interrupt and ask Liliana to get it for her.
Would the neighbor be willing to identify Venus?
Sure. When I talked to her about the argument later, she said he was very angry about something, and I heard him tell Mrs. Prokop, better be careful. You know what happened to Pete? The same may happen to you.
Later that day, the neighbor identifies Venus. He still clings to the story of being in Morton at the time of the fire, and Sheriff McCullough and company of Bailey goes back there to check on it. In Morton, they can find no one to corroborate Venus' story, but they do receive some valuable information from a woman acquaintance of his. Information which they turn to good account when, on returning to the others, they again confront their prisoner.
Just what made you think you could make that little bluff of yours work, Venus?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Trying to make us believe you were in Morton on the night Eliana and Joe were murdered.
But I tell you, I was there. I tell you.
Venus, we know better. Moreover, we ran across a friend of yours that you'd been talking pretty freely to.
Who?
Never mind who. When you were hard up for cash, you told this friend you knew a Mrs. Prokop in Everett who'd be glad to give you money. Isn't that right?
Mrs. Prokop was my friend, and Joe, too.
Oh, your friend, eh? And why did you say to this person, if I told what I knew about Eliana, she'd never have any money?
Who says I said that?
Isn't it true that Mrs. Prokop once asked you to lure her husband out into the country on the pretext of buying raisins and then kill him?
That's a dirty lie.
You might as well come clean, Venus. He and Joe were going to give you $3,000 for the job, weren't they?
All right. I'll tell you about it.
That's better.
Well, Liliana, she says to me, George, it's got to be done. She says she's going to do it herself in the house. Only she's afraid it's going to scare her children.
I see. So you got him out there on Muscatine Road and pumped 5 bullets into him.
Me? No. I lose my nerve. I couldn't do it.
Then after you killed Pete and collected your money, you thought you could go on bleeding Mrs. Prokop for everything she had.
That Joe, he made me mad. He took Eliana.
Yeah, you were jealous, too. When Eliana threw you over for Joe and you found out you couldn't get any more money out of him, you thought you'd get even. So you battered in their heads while they were sleeping, and then set fire to the house thinking you'd cover up your crime.
They were not sleeping. They were. I mean, I don't know anything about it.
That's all we wanted to know, Venus. Come on, Bailey. What this case needs is a first-class murder complaint.
In just a moment, Chief of Police Bailey will conclude our program. Rio Grande Cracked is known as the gasoline a police car performance. And wherever you buy Rio Grande Cracked gasoline, you can buy Real Lube motor oil, refined from the highest priced mid-continent crude oils. It's de-waxed, de-jellied, super refined, and made available to you at all Rio Grande stations in tamper-proof cans. Get police car performance with Rio Grande cracked gasoline and Rio Lube motor oil at your independent Rio Grande dealer tomorrow. And now, Chief Bailey.
And George Venus was brought to trial before Judge Garcia Austin. He was found guilty of the murder of Pete, Eleanor, and Joe, and sentenced to spend the remainder of his life in prison at Walla Walla. Thus ends the story of another crime that did not pay.
County Sheriff's Office calling all cars. Attention all cars to cancellation broadcast 270 regarding a missing person. Suspect in this case are now in custody. That's all.
This is your narrator, Frederick Lindsley, bidding you good night for Rio Grande.
Next week at this time, Rio Grande will present The Case of the Careless Caretaker. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.